Do it live. F it. And now I gotta
There
post
we
everything that
go.
we're live. Stream
What's
pigs.
up? Oh, I gotta upgrade my transports. Upgrade, go. Oh yeah, that's gonna make a big difference later.
Twitter. We are live.
Oh, here
Saturday
we go.
night, live from New York.
Saturday night's all right. My parents went to go see Elton John on that note yesterday in Key Arena in Seattle. Sent me some videos of the
dude shredded his voice pretty hard over the years.
Yeah. I saw him do Rocket Man, and you know the parts where he's like Rocket Man. He doesn't go to the higher notes anymore, but he still crushes. It looked like a kick-ass show. I mean, he's still the fucking Rocket Man. He's just old.
He's just an old Rocket Man.
Yeah. I mean, also it looked. I mean, you know, he's playing Key Arena. It's a fucking arena, sold out arena show. Like, that shit is fucking epic. No matter who's playing, that's just an epic event. Oh, here we go. The soldiers. Damn, hell yeah, dude. When your soldiers do +2, you need so few of them. Let's see, 24 of them are gonna do. Hell yeah, let's do that.
Art Planet time for me. I did my morning.
I got my Art Planet going earlier today.
Oh no, my minerals are fucking maxed out.
I'm trying to get my mines up higher still.
Ooh, I need more fucking weakenite.
How do surgeons fight fires better than soldiers? That's weird.
Sometimes it just be like that.
I guess so. Let's see. I'm climbing the leaderboard though in Realm. I'm up to 131 Realm for the prize pool. I don't think I'm in. Oh, I'm in Bronze League now. Hell yeah, let's go. Bronze League, baby. I don't think I'm gonna make it anywhere on the like top 100 leaderboard where I can get some stuff beyond Realm, but next season I am actually gonna try to play this game like for the full season.
Same.
I also if anybody's looking at their own like Realm setup, I think the general is the best area leader, like making my general my leader for Asia, because his ability is reduce the resource cost for missions by whatever percentage until you level them up. It goes up and up, but by reducing the resource cost for what a mission takes, that means it requires fewer like helpers to, or fewer, not helpers, but like the, what are they called, the units that you generate. Let me look it up so I can say the right word here. It requires training. Let's see, soldiers. I guess, what are they called? Workers or whatever. I guess the different like units that you send. It requires fewer of them to actually like get a higher percentage chance on success. So by having to send fewer, you end up spending less like resources to make fewer workers, and you end up the resource saving the time that it takes to make them, the resource cost it takes to make them, and you have extra workers to do more quests because you need fewer to do the quests to begin with. Like, it has so many like implications across that game. I think the general is by far the best passive ability for a like region leader, and it's also priced in to the aftermarket. The generals are usually pretty pricey.
3 hours left on this poll from Priscilla. It says, if you had to pick one of these candy flavors, which would you choose? Black cherry, bubblegum, pineapple, or strawberry?
Ooh, pineapple or strawberry is mine.
think I'm gonna go with black cherry. I'm gonna do the dark
Black
horse.
cherry is good, but black cherry, I do have, it does have a nostalgic kind of like medicine taste to me. I don't hate it. Not like Paul. Paul hates cherry flavor, but
I feel like black cherry is different than regular cherry.
maybe. I bought myself like a jar of those like really, not like the maraschino cherries, like the really bright red ones, but like the really dark like black ones, the ones that you get in like maybe like an old fashioned or something at the bar. I bought myself a jar of those, and I've just been eating like one of those cherries, like, I don't know, late night when I make a trip to the fridge and I see that there's a jar of cherries in there. I'm like, oh, just spoon eat one of those. It's probably not healthy, but I do really like those. They were really way too expensive too. I shouldn't have bought them.
Black cherry, I think, reminds me of Thomas Kemper. Don't they do a fucking black cherry?
Oh, really? Mark doesn't like bubblegum flavor? I mean, given Mark's track record on food fighting, I would say his palate is nah, I'm just talking shit now.
This is how I know black cherry.
Oh, okay. It's like a cream soda or like a root beer thing.
Yeah. It's like Thomas Kemper had those like 6-packs of like Thomas Kemper mixed sodas. I don't know what the fuck you call it.
I just know people like Jones soda when it comes to like flavored sodas, and I feel like Jones sodas are so fucking sweet. Like they're too sweet. It's like pure sugar. Yeah, like water that
Yeah,
shit
they had
down.
these. They had 6-packs where you get a root beer, vanilla cream, ginger ale, orange cream, and black cherry.
Shit, dude, that vanilla cream, oof. I'd get a whole 6-pack of that. That looks bomb.
You can also do that, but
Okay,
this is
I gotta
specifically where I remember black cherry from. Like, I
I gotta
feel like
go
black
vote.
cherry is a pretty specific. Like, it doesn't show up that often.
The poll is on Twitter, right? I gotta go vote for this.
Yeah, it's Valor and at Valor and Vellum.
Let's see.
I'll give it a like. I'll throw a like your way. We don't know why we're voting yet.
There it is. Valor and Vellum. Oh, I'm not even following. I'm following that. Oh, let's do another follow here. Now let's see. Where's this poll?
All right, I gotta go back to our planet.
I'm going for pineapple. Oh man, pineapple's doing poorly. Bubblegum is getting creamed though, 13% only. It's between black cherry and strawberry.
I can't remember the last time I had a bubblegum flavored thing besides like bubblegum.
I feel like, yeah, bubblegum flavored stuff is good for like bubblegum, but I don't know if I want like something that I actually eat and swallow to have that flavor. Like, I don't know, it just feels wrong to swallow something bubblegum flavored because you're like conditioned not to swallow bubblegum.
I'll mail you guys a sample of whatever ends up winning. Ooh,
Oh
so
shit!
exciting.
Listen, we should split also some of the pins that I have because I have them all on my desk right now, and I mean it is a nice little arc of pins. But if you want some, I feel like you should have like half of them. I think they're for both of us.
I still need to set up like a display on behind me. So I can have some nerd shit.
I'll post a picture of how I have them in later, although maybe much later because it's pretty dusty and I'm not sure if I want to show off how dusty I let my desk get. It's not the best.
How do I have
Let's see.
123 fucking NFT almost because I'm boosting that? You use the boost to get through. I did not buy the Halloween Funko drop today. That's a good question. Did anybody else buy Halloween Funko?
Yeah, was there physicals for this one?
Yeah, there's a Krampus.
Oh, the
I'll look at
Krampus.
that in a second.
Valen got a Krampus on the secondary. Nice. Priscilla scooping the Krampus.
I just want to get my bases to not be like running at a
Oh, yeah, let me double check on my base.
insane surplus, and then I'll go check out the Funko drop.
Yeah. Also, anyone who plays Novo Pangea, I just finished upgrading my first set of workers and my first building to do some testing. And first of all, it's pretty pricey to level them up as far as like resources. to level up the building, it cost me 1,500 building material, which required me to, expand my building material capacity, which that costs like 150 obsidian just to expand the capacity for it. And then it was 1,500 building material plus 150 more obsidian to level the building up. So that was pretty pricey. And then leveling up the workers wasn't so bad. That's 10 obsidian per worker plus like a small amount of food, like 150 food or something. But either way, I used to send 3 workers into one of my, like 3 level 1 workers into my level 1 building to produce 600 resources. And now I just sent 2 level 2 workers into my 1 level 2 building and produced 800 resources. So it definitely seems like, it's almost doubled their out, or it has doubled, I guess. If I had done 3, it would have been 1,200 and usually get 600. So it doubled their output. So maybe it certainly feels.
I think we can save all that for tomorrow since we're gonna have them on and talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's just my preliminary assessment here. Because at first I was like, this is pricey. Is it going to be worth it? I'm like, you know what?
Is it just
Seems
the
like
Freddy.Funko? Is that what the Halloween is? Yeah, it's probably Series 2 is what's selling. We got legendaries, space. Damn, these are expensive.
The Krampus.
This is seriously the cheapest one's like $80.
Yeah,
They're doing that thing. They're doing that shitty thing that people do where they here's like a cheap Series 2 one stacked onto a legendary from Series 1, so they're trying to get people to buy it thinking this is a Series 2 redeemable, but it is not. It's a Series 1 redeemable. That's probably already been redeemed. Fucking stacked with a way cheaper one from Series 2. So look out.
Yeah.
Look out, people looking for bundles. People Trixie false, as Colin says.
Careful, people trying to do some shit.
So they got Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom Freddy, that's pretty cool.
This is probably popping off because people seem to really like Freddy as far as... Like, I was surprised when people were like not into Game of Thrones because the Game of Thrones redeemable set bonus was not a Freddy. It was like some other character from Game of Thrones. So like the Funko people were like, fuck that. And I was like, weird.
Yeah.
So I'm not the biggest fan of Freddy, but
I actually like Max Tokenhead a lot better than Freddy.
Here's Krampus. Oh, so they all start the same and then they have an animation into...
He always jumps into his closet and changes. That's actually kind of cute. It's like his
I like Krampus alright.
Krampus is pretty good, yeah. Where in the place in Germany where I grew up, it wasn't Krampus, it was Knecht Ruprecht. But same concept.
Space Zombie's actually pretty sick too, to be honest.
What's up? Knecht Ruprecht, and he had a like a chimney sweep kind of like sweeper thing that he would like whip your ass with.
The Grail is invisible. Actually, that's super sick.
Oh, that is pretty dope. Invisible Freddy. He's like clear.
I wonder if it shows what they look like on the digital.
Hey, what up, Geekeriki?
Got 4X Space Zombie, mainly one of the Reaper, so I'll have to trade for one. I don't know if I've seen the Reaper yet. Drops. It already sold out, of course.
Yeah.
That renewal looks sick. I like the clear one.
Yeah, the Invisible Man is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, you missed the Halloween drop, Geekeriki. I did too, actually. It sold out pretty fucking fast. You'll have to scour the secondary market, like the rest of us.
I was trying to go for this one, though, to be honest. Where's the catalog? Okay.
Oh yeah, the Game of Thrones one seems like it was less interest because Lewis was just speculating that because the redeemables didn't include a Freddy Funko, and that Freddy or Funko collectors really chase the Freddy. which seems like it tracks based on every other drop doing better, having Freddy's as the redeemables.
So this is the Grail. There's 999 of these. 999. He doesn't look as transparent as I thought he
is
would.
he actually transparent or is he just
Looks
white?
kind of opaque, which I do not like.
Yeah.
So I'm out. I was in. I'm back out.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be like full on clear plastic. See, he looks about as opaque as Krampus.
Let's go back and see the big picture. I thought he was going to be like clear and see-through, but I don't think that's the case.
Doesn't appear to be.
However, hopefully it's actually clear and the glam is just off. I'm sus because after I got my friggin'...
Yeah, I'm sus a little bit too from this picture.
This dude...
He's clear.
Look at the picture. The picture's super see-through, and then the actual guy is not at all. This one was very deceiving to me. I thought he was going to be like blue and see-through.
Oh, yeah. That's the Seventh Son from Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah, the picture, this is what they said the redeemable would look like. I was like,
Seven
okay.
Sons.
And this is what it actually looks like.
Oh, so is the actual one not that... He's also not that see-through, is he?
He's not see-through at all. He's totally opaque.
Yeah. The picture looks extremely see-through, yeah. I would say he's probably going to be opaque then, based on this one. I don't know if I've ever seen a see-through Funko. No, that's not true. I think I've seen like a Green Lantern one or something that's like a see-through green. Or at least he had parts of him. No, it was there was like a Hulk one like that. I think there's a whole Avengers series where they're like see-through, like sparkly see-through material.
Pretty sick. The Reaper. I like that even though he's a Reaper, his like nose kind of looks like a heart. Upside down heart.
Yeah.
I think I like Space Zombie Freddy the best.
Okay, Pop and Stock says that usually the invisible characters are completely clear, so maybe it will be. I'm a little sus based on the pictures though. That one's cool too. Space Zombie, I like that one. I feel like you could probably get a straight trade for the Reaper if you have that one, right? They seem like about the same rarity.
I like this one's outfit. I like how he has like the orange bow tie.
Yeah, this one's hard to see that it's Freddy.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Jack-o'-lantern. Is that the proto color in the picture? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I mean that's like the picture of the physical redeemable. So it looked like it wasn't clear.
I think these are prototypes though. I don't think they're...
I guess that's true. Definitely the picture they have of the Invisible Man in this does not look like it's translucent.
But I mean, as we saw from the other ones, like their prototype pictures do not always match with the final.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know.
We'll have to wait until we see some people post the actual pictures. I mean, in this, it looks like he's 100% made it of like a clear plastic kind of.
I went a little ham last night and I bought a bunch of fucking Nova Rally racers.
Holy crap. What's the point of having multiple like duplicates of one? Do they like blend into like an upgrade when you go up in levels and stuff? Or
every single card for Nova Rally stakes for oil. So the more cards you have, the more snake oil you mine every hour.
Oh, okay. So you're just trying to build up your snake oil mine a bit.
Yeah, because I'm fucking... Now that I'm running on Gear 3, I'm going through my oil faster than I'm mining it.
Yeah, that's actually
on Gear 1. I couldn't get through it fast enough, but now that I'm going to Gear 3, I'm like, I can't go back to fucking Gear 1. When you went on Gear 1, you get like nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I also it's also like not satisfying winning in Gear 1 where you're like, fuck, I should have gone in higher gear.
Yeah, you can check out if you go to nf.tools.
Yeah, there's a lot of info on here. I hadn't actually checked recently, but
Nova Rally, and if you go to snaking calculator and then put in your wallet,
find the top snakers.
I'm not going to see how much I'm doing. I do a 3,900 an hour, 948, which is 94,000 a day. running one of those races at Gear 3 is 50,000, so I can run like 2 races a day at Gear 3. Gotta get those numbers up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start running at Gear 2 more often. Might as well run my guys though, since we're talking about it. I'm trying to do some research on the death race too to see who I should send.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, my favorites don't switch. Save through the computers. I've been running fucking Rome, then King, Earl, and Spate, I believe. Let me make sure. This is my favorites. Actually got a Rome. I've wanted a Rome the entire time I've been playing, but they're always like, for whatever reason, more expensive than all the other cars. I feel like I'm fancy. Got the fancy car. Yeah, King, Earl, and Spate. That is correct. Send them out. This music's fucking crazy. Maybe they're treading on Nightmare Before Christmas territory, where it's a little of both. That's true. Krampus is Christmas,
okay.
not Halloween, but Krampus is also kind of like a monster, so.
Yeah. It's like part of actual Christmas like lore if you're from those areas, and like I don't know. I grew up with that in like Germany, but like I said, it was Knecht Ruprecht, not Krampus, but it's like the same character. You know, Santa Claus gives the good kids stuff, and Knecht Ruprecht whips the shit out of bad kids.
I'm doing pretty good on this board. I got 1, 2, 3 second places yesterday. First yesterday. First couple days ago.
I also like that it's now like a cycle of like you pay the snake oil and then you win the charm. So it's like you still need to make the snake oil back no matter if you win or lose.
I mean, that's how it always was.
Yeah. I like
you
that,
never
like,
won snake oil for winning.
I guess that's true.
You just
I've
used to
always
win
been
like those
really-
shard pieces. You used to win like the pieces to get new characters and stuff. Where do you do not stake in Nova Rally winning Frederick? It just reads
you
what's in
just
your
have them
wallet.
in your
It
wallet.
automatically puts it, and then you can just claim it when you do fuel. But it's not custodial staking. Like you don't need to send them to a contract. It just looks at what's in your wallet, and then you can claim.
Yeah, if you
Easy
click
peasy.
claim and if you click claim, there's like a few toggles to go through. You can claim like charm by default, and then there's like the fuels and
fuel.
the other ones.
I'll claim my charm though. Why not? I'm doing pretty good on charm. I'm up to 3,000 charm.
Oh wow, not bad. You're getting close enough to buy one of the shares for the
Yeah, but
racers.
now I'm down to 47. I started at 50 million oil, so I'm like going down on my oil fast doing these
Right.
Gear 3. Oh, what's going on, Nuno? Got the.
What's that?
Is that Gandalf the White? I think, right? Doesn't look gray.
I think that's Gandalf the Grey still when he's like smoking with what's his face. It's like the nod. It's like the meme where he's like laughing or whatever. I think. Too much of a nerd to recognize.
I also
that.
learned from Brad Crypto Guy, you can change your endpoint. Like this shit never loads for me, but he's like, just change your endpoint. Change your endpoint. I'm trying EOS Amsterdam, and then like before I couldn't see the results of the death rally. So now if I go to race, now it actually loads. So he won the death rally today. You can kind of see like all the people, the same drivers get in the top because it's like whatever driver set the course is good with.
Yeah, and then the death rally gives you that pass that lets you like upgrade your car without having to have 2 spares. So you it
driver's
saves you from.
manual. I
Are
haven't
those
entered
people
yet, I'm
racing
just-
classic cars? Oh, right, of course, because the car doesn't get destroyed.
Classic cars almost exclusively win in death race. Here's our first non-classic card in rank 36th. I'm still gonna try it though. If you look, Rad Crypto Guy yesterday won without a classic card. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's
And
possible.
second also. I have a rare.
Yeah, these
I have a
ones
rare
there's no like as many people as want can enter, and there's only one race a day, so as many people enter every 24 hours race each other.
I like that it shows you the crashes.
I'm gonna do a little bit of Realm, and then let's do some giveaways. Realm on Wax P. Play Realm. That's what I would like to do. IMKY has been selling his oil and just racing intermediate and vet. Not a bad plan, just because you get more charm for that, but I should have been leveling folks up more than I was when the 3D got me stoked. Now I'm back in.
Yeah. Toon has been just grinding the whole time. He's got like a massive stockpile of Nova Rally stuff. I saw.
All right.
Getting back on the
Two out
road.
of 3 missions were successful. I failed my attempt. Countries at war in North America. Let's restart that mission. Actually, I'm going to upgrade a building first. Oh, what the fuck? I started upgrading that before I went to sleep, but it's such a long cooldown. Still going.
Which one's that?
That's level 8 storage in my second continent.
I'm upgrading my storage too.
12.8k. Fuck it. YOLO. Takes 8 hours to upgrade that.
Damn. How much? Hold on, let me see. How much resources does your thing hold?
17,000.
17,000? Jesus Christ. Oh, I guess you also have like a whole nother continent than me.
I also have 2
Damn.
on each continent.
Damn. Okay, yeah. I gotta level up my shit. Damn, these missions are level 14.
Yeah,
How many guys are you gonna have to send?
a lot. I already
Holy
failed this one
shit.
once too.
Holy crap, man, that's a double like that soldier gives you double fucking boost for that mission. Damn, dude. I'm gonna have to like rank up my fucking heroes so they can actually, or my leaders so they can actually like sustain a fucking 100-person party.
Are any of you guys gonna be able to make it to London? Not us.
No,
We are not close to
unfortunately.
London here in Los Angeles.
It's a long ways from here. I am excited though to see what goes down at the Atomic Hub like meetup.
Yeah, I'm excited that I think John and Richie are gonna be there, and Sammy is gonna be there.
Yeah, I saw definitely a bunch
Lots
of cool, fucking
homies.
good representation from the wax space, I'd say. I like
Alright,
that.
let's do another mission.
I think also Jonah and like the Atomic Hub people obviously are there.
All right, I'm gonna send my explorer. We'll go and send 75 surgeons.
Oh, I did not see that Atomic Hub had a vote for the next meetup. I definitely would vote for like a California destination too. I'd definitely show up for that too. I mean, I'd show up to anything on the East Coast or West Coast. Sorry, I'm on the West Coast.
And let's see. All right, I've been trying to level up my Paris Hilton on these easier missions.
Nice. What level is your
60%,
Paris?
level 3, 43 team size.
So you can bring 40 people? Jeez.
Yeah, I
That's
also
a-
do the research. I upgraded her 3 times for the
Oh, okay.
celebrity team size by 30% increase.
Yeah. I'd be down if it was in LA. LA is also like an easy place to get to, I guess. I mean, I guess so is London. London's another major city. It's not like out of the way.
LAX kind of fucking sucks, but
LAX
Yeah,
sucks,
lots of
but
flights coming to LA.
you can get to LA from anywhere in the world in like a direct flight, but that's true for London too, or at least Amsterdam. You can fly into Amsterdam and then get to London pretty quickly.
I wonder if I can just play Wolfpack without getting more and more risky with the copyright claims. I want to play LAX now, but I love my baby. She's the best.
She picks me up at LAX. Yeah, that song's fun.
All right, we still have a couple TwitchCon pins. Let's give those away. TwitchCon celebration. That was last weekend. Or not even last weekend. That was 2 weekends ago now. Time fucking flies.
Yeah.
Your NFT.
I didn't go to an NFT NYC event, but I did go and buy like a few NFT NYC like exclusive NFTs that people were selling like a year later or whatever. Like I saw a few for like 1 wax. I was like, sure, I'll buy that. Just because I remember the event, not because I went. But it was fun.
I don't think it was that long ago.
Nah, it wasn't.
Unless you're talking about last year or the year before.
Yeah, it feels like super long ago.
I want to say that was like this summer.
Yeah, it's just funny because there's like a bunch of like projects that had like made like commemorative NFTs for the event that like those NFTs were like, I don't know, I guess they've just dropped in price so much that I was just like, sure, I'll pay like half a wax for this just to have like a little souvenir that I didn't go to.
There's a bunch of new Halloween levels. Trick or Treat, Jump in the Night, and Haunted Hammer. Let's try it. Jump in the Night. Do the Marble intro. It's fucking loud. Turn down your volume or don't, but your warning, you've been warned. You have been warned.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yawning.
Nice. That's the cue, the audio cue, the yawn. Exclamation mark. Play joins the giveaway.
I'm staying up way too late lately. Last night I went to bed at like 4:30, so it wasn't that bad. But
yeah,
I'm trying to go to bed by 3:30 every night. And so far, haven't done it once.
I ate way too late last night. I got like Taco Bell at like 1 a.m.
I do that too.
That's not great. It's not great, but I went to go see that movie, Bros. It was fine.
I saw you reviewing.
I just don't think Billy Eichner is like likable enough to be that character, like to be the leading man in a romantic comedy. Like, I don't think he's like physically super attractive, which is a point in the movie that is made a few times, which is, I guess that's fine. Like you're calling attention to it, but the other thing is like his personality is also just kind of like off-putting. He's just like bitches about a lot of stuff all the time. He's pretty much his same neurotic self that he is every time you see him acting on something. And
I think his character in Parks and Rec is the best.
That character's
Department guy.
Yeah, where he just gets like super.
Like, what did you pay for that type of grass?
Yeah,
like, freaked out of the film.
Yeah. But it works as a bit player really well. I love him in Billy on the Street too, but like as a like leading character in a movie, it just didn't carry it for me. But it also felt like I was just not the target age. It felt like it was made for like older people. Like it had a lot of like gay culture nods to like that I think older gays would like catch. And then it was also kind of like this, oh, we're trying to make a gay rom-com that like straight people can come watch on date night, which is like, well, if you're targeting an older demographic, the older demographic isn't looking to watch gay rom-coms. So I'm not surprised it's not doing super well, but I don't know. Fire Island was a lot better. But yeah, no. It's nice to see
Bros is a better name than Fire Island. Sounds like a fucking fire fest.
Yeah. Fire Island's also like not trying to be a movie that, you know, you and your girlfriend can go watch on a date. Like Fire Island is like aggressively like in your face, very gay. Like especially for like this movie too. There's like several like sex scenes, and I feel like I've seen more like more like naked butts and more dongs in straight romantic comedies than I did in Bros. Like every sex scene, they're all like wearing their boxers and stuff, which is like, I get it.
Max's review, not enough hung dong.
Honestly, it's not gay
2 out of
enough for
5
me.
stars.
Like it's not gay enough for me, and I just felt like, I don't know, I just maybe wasn't the target demographic for it. I'm 33 for reference. I think it was made for people in their 40s.
Dick or get the fuck out.
Sorry. Like, if you're billing stuff, like, I don't know. Sex positivity is a big part of the gay culture. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, TJ909.
Let's
Congrats. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the fucking end. I thought it
Oh,
was.
that wasn't even it.
False announcement. This is our first time playing this level. I don't know what the fuck's
You're
going
gonna
on.
jinx him for that.
Yeah, I probably just broadcasters, but it's cursed.
Yeah. He's so close now. Oh, it's a dead. heat
Oh,
here
now
for the-
Utopia's
for the
coming
end.
out.
Oh, the pumpkin, take him out.
There's more pumpkins over here, though. Let's see if you can navigate.
How's this
them.
hammer gonna fare though?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
no.
super close now.
Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, and they both hit pumpkins. Okay. Just gonna try it.
You can pass this
I
hammer.
think you got it. I think
Okay.
you got it.
Did
Yeah.
not get broadcaster cursed. Congrats.
Yeah, well done. You've broken the broadcaster's curse.
The curse has been lifted. It's kind of cool though. The hammer's like a bone hammer. Take you to the bone zone,
yeah,
bro.
Just noticed that. Nice.
Let's see. What do we got going on this week?
You did get screwed by that pumpkin. Sorry.
Tomorrow we got a Novo Pangea coming on. They just updated so you can level up your buildings and your workers. So we're gonna take a look at that. Thursday, I'm just saying, fuck it. We're just gonna try another Overwatch stream.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm super into that.
It's got nothing to do with NFTs, but I just like playing Overwatch, so we're gonna do some of that.
Yeah, it's also kind of like a new game, recently free to play across multiple platforms. You can join us.
We be gaming. So we're gonna do that on Thursday if anyone wants to play. And then maybe we'll have a food fight this Friday if Mark's around.
Yeah, he said he's going to be more available in the later part of the week.
It sounds like it could be a Mario song.
Yeah. And then you can hear Mario to this going like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. You know how Mario sounds.
We're smashing Goombas and stew. Reminds me of the
I just need like we just need a like do 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 do, and then the same song at like double speed.
speeds up. Kind of reminds me of like the New York City level of like the city level of the New York.
Oh, that has like fucking crazy groovy jazz playing that level.
It's got that singer too.
Yeah, that's right. It's like singing about like you're a superstar or something. That game had fantastic music.
That game is just really good. That might be my favorite Mario of all time. That was a really fucking good game.
Yeah.
The part where you like become a tank and start shooting and stuff too. Just like this is so fucking cool. Like
It's so cool, yeah. We're talking about Mario Odyssey here, in case that was missed on the front of that. Super, where you throw your hat and you take over all the other Mario enemies.
all right, what should
Oh,
we
old
give
school.
away now?
Yeah, I could hear old school Sonic in that song too. It definitely has that like platform gaming vibe.
Let's give away a neon monkey. 3 of these have been burned. I wonder why. Who be burning
Ooh.
neon monkeys?
I wonder if there's a reason to burn them or if it's just spite burns.
It's probably because people got them for free and they're just could even be like a wax backs trade.
Huh. I usually won't burn stuff that I get airdropped for free from like collections that are active. Like if I get airdrop stuff that's like an ad for like an upcoming drop, I might.
It's time.
There's also like if I get like cluttered NFTs that I don't like know if I want to keep them, I'll just send them to a different wallet. So I'm like, Max Collected is like my vault basically of like my favorite like stuff. But then I have other wallets that I could send trash to that I don't want to burn but don't want to collect. I also feel like Max Collected, I have to do a sweep and like clear some shit out of there and put some more stuff in there that I want to collect. I hit Priscilla's secondary market and I got one of each of the rare Sune artworks that comes from the streamer packs. Finally have the full set of those, the color ones, not the black and white ones.
What's the fucking the Overwatch voice line? It's like the Kitsune will guide you or something.
Oh yeah, let the Kitsune guide you.
We got to get that as like a. We got to get that as a soundboard when we're doing Sune giveaways.
Yeah, that's good. And I still want to add. I want to get like the. There's a few other ones I want to get from like Priscilla's collection, but they're pretty fucking rare. Like a lot of the stuff is like 50 mint max, and people aren't trying to like list it often. So I'm really hoping to catch that market in between Wombat seasons, because I feel like that there's Wombat players who tend to like clear their inventories between seasons, and I can usually scoop some good stuff. That's how I got my Neon Wombat too. I think it was like 40 wax or something in between a season. I gave up trying to get one. I just haven't been getting anything. I'm also only like level 12 in Wombat, so I haven't been grinding hard enough to get the legendary drops like that.
I submitted our templates for next season.
Oh, nice.
There's only like I think 8 templates that weren't already in there, but hopefully those all of our templates are in there. Starting next, I think the next season starts in a couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I noticed this too, Priscilla. There's a lot of like assets that are like sent from like they were like basically sent to a person's wallet and just never listed, never like sent anywhere else again. There's a lot of collectors in your collection that aren't interested in participating in the secondary market at all, which makes it harder for me to scoop the things I want.
Season 6 starts tomorrow. I'm the KY says. Okay. Well,
okay, nice.
Hopefully, I got the form in on time. It was due by like the 18th or something. What is it? Oh, that's today. So yeah, I filled it out like 2 days ago. So I don't know if that's a mid-season update form or by next season. Seems like a lot of work for them to do in one day, but
yeah, I mean, if the form is formatted in a way that they can.
Oh, the templates are on the spreadsheet. Okay, so I guess they're already on the new spreadsheet.
There you go. Dope.
I saw Sasha. Sasha's officially Atomic Hub. He's in the Atomic Hub channel as an Atomic Hub employee.
Oh, nice.
It's Atomic Sasha.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Congrats to Eric with his Neon Burger. I watched the Bob's Burgers movie the other night. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Bob's Burgers is one that I always like put it on, and then at the end of every episode, I'm like, it's just not that funny. Like, there's just not many jokes per minute. It's almost like just watching like a sitcom that just doesn't have a lot of like laughs, in my opinion. Like, and then the movie was the same for me. It was just kind of like not bad, but also not like hilarious. I want to like Bob's Burgers, and I've watched a lot of Bob's Burgers, but it's just not like, I don't know. For me, it's like at the end of the episode, like next time you watch an episode, Priscilla, like what were the jokes? I mean, I don't want to like talk shit about Bob's Burgers, but it definitely, for me,
it makes me laugh pretty consistently.
It's very, I don't know. It's very like, it makes me smile. I don't find myself laughing out loud during Bob's Burgers episodes. It's a very like, it's a very dad jokes, dry humor. There you go. Yeah, that's that's how it feels to me too. It's something that I wouldn't binge. Like, I'll put on an episode and then be like, okay, yeah, that's fun, but like I want to laugh, or I want to like get a little bit more.
I love to laugh.
Yeah.
I like Gene. Pretty much anything Gene does cracks me up. I think Gene's funny.
Yeah.
whenever he's trying to compose songs on that keyboard and stuff.
Yeah, the movie was also like, it was like a musical, but like none of the songs were like songs that I found myself like humming along or like stuck in my head after I finished watching it. Like I couldn't tell you any of the songs at this point anymore.
And I can't remember
Like,
the songs.
Yeah, it just wasn't like, it's not bad again, but it's like, oh man, like after I watched Moana, for example, which is also a musical, like like I'd have that like, I've been standing at the edge of the water long as I can remember, like that shit is stuck in my head the next day. And again, it's like it wasn't bad, it just wasn't like, it doesn't hook me like that, and it never seems to do that, like across the board for Bob's Burgers, which just kind of like, it's a good solid show, but it's just not, it just doesn't kick it to the next level for me or whatever. I want the earworm songs. Yeah, if you're gonna do a musical, why would the songs not be earworms? Like, I don't know, you ever like the
I like the
best
Bob's Burgers music a lot.
like the music's fun, and again, it's like, it's decent, but it's very like, has like a very improvisational tone. It's like going to see a good improv show where it's like, yeah, that was fun, I don't want to watch it again, but it was fun. Like, I don't see myself rewatching seasons or episodes of Bob's Burgers. And actually, if I put an episode on that I realize I've seen before, I'll actually stop it and be like, let me put something else on. Whereas like, I'll rewatch, like, I guess if we're gonna go animated stuff, like I'll rewatch Futurama over and over again. Like Futurama I find fucking hilarious. But I don't know. It's just, I guess, personal taste. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad show or anything. It just isn't. It's like, it doesn't get me excited like other cartoons do. And like I think like, what is it? Rick and Morty. I really like the first few seasons. I feel like the later seasons are getting a little like, yeah, you're losing the thread.
Yeah, I fell off on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it falls off a bit. But, some of the diehard fans of that show are also like, oh, it's the best thing ever to happen to television, even in its current seasons, which is like, I don't know, like, yeah, maybe. The earliest season, like the first 2 seasons of Rick and Morty, I thought were like some of the best like animated sci-fi like that you could find, especially with like, adult undertones. I would say comparable to like Futurama as far as like quality. But again, Futurama is kind of my gold standard. I love that show. I think that show's fucking hilarious. Oh, Regular Show and Adventure Time I liked a lot. Regular Show was a fun one because it like always started in like a grounded reality, and by the end of the episode it had gone so fucking far off the rails it could only be done in a cartoon, which I appreciate that when you have like a cartoon and you use the cartoon medium to do like absurd shit. And then Adventure Time, I just really liked the world, like that crazy like world of Ooh, and like the weird dark backstory that everything has this like undertone of like, oh, if you pay attention, there is a through line throughout the series, and you can find out all this like kind of really dark stuff that's like undertoned behind the scenes, but it's not necessary to pay attention to if you're a child. Although I would say if I had kids, I don't know if I'd let them watch, like young kids, some of those Adventure Time episodes are like just not great as far as like for developing minds. Like I remember specifically there's one episode where like Jake and Finn are like the 2 main characters, and like this third person comes in and wants to be like friends with Jake, and Finn gets jealous because he's like spending time with this other guy, and like the end of the episode, the dude like he spits in the guy's face and he's like, get out of here, he's my friend, roll credits. Which is like, what the fuck was that? Like, like that's kind of fucked up. Like, it's funny to me as an adult, but I don't know if I want my kids to see that. But I don't have kids, so no problem. It's not a good lesson.
Somebody said you like Archer better than Bob's Burgers. I think I like Bob's Burgers better now. Archer I liked for like the first couple seasons, but I feel like Archer really fucking jumped the shark. Like the later seasons of Archer, once he started being like he was in a coma and everything was a dream, that's sort of when Archer lost it for me.
Yeah, Archer just it felt like it started rebooting itself as like a different show every season at some point, and I just fell off pretty hard at that point. I was just like, I don't know. I like John Benjamin is a fun fucking person, and his characters are great. So he's Bob and he's he's Archer. Like he's that voice guy. But
And then he's John Benjamin from John Benjamin Has a Van,
yeah,
which
that
is
show's
also
fun.
was Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You's one of his first on-screen roles. He played like the sound guy or something in John Benjamin's Van's crew. Like he's a cast member. on that show.
Oh, okay. Hey, nice deep cut.
I liked that show, but I'm fucking.
I like that show too.
I like a lot of weird shows. I feel like somebody else said love regular show. Okay, here. What about Simpsons or Disenchanted? Simpsons, I definitely like way better than
Okay,
Disenchanted.
okay.
Disenchanted was
thing.
all right.
Disenchanted was all right. I really personally, I'm a like if it hasn't come across in like past times, I'm a fucking massive fantasy nerd. Like I love the Lord of the Rings stuff and like read the books, not just the like main ones, but like the Silmarillion and all that. Been watching the shows, like watch the extended cuts of the movies and stuff like that. I love that like fantasy world that they set that show in, and like I said, I really like the creators of that show. It's like the same team, or the same I think as like Futurama and like Simpsons and all that shit. So yeah, but I felt like I also really a fan of like Eric Andre, who plays Lucy in Disenchanted. He's like the little demon guy, and Eric Andre is just fucking hilarious. Which, as a side note, I feel like the Eric Andre show would be so much better if it was on HBO and they were able to do all the like stuff they can't do on network television. But I think it kind of falls a little flat for me. The like, I think. I guess in modern times, I'd rather watch Disenchanted than Simpsons, just because Simpsons is also so far off the rails that at this point it's just kind of like, the episodes are fine, but I'm also not like laughing out loud. But I think both of those episodes, I'm not finding myself like constantly laughing or like caring really about the overall storyline as much as I do about the storyline in shows that I feel like do it better. But I guess between the two, I've been watching Disenchanted more than Simpsons. But yeah, I don't know. Futurama is just, in my opinion, like the gold standard for like sci-fi cartoon shows. That show did it so fucking well.
Nice like Home Movies. Home Movies is Brennan Smalls, the dude who did Metalocalypse, like a show before Metalocalypse was Home Movies. Was
Home Movies
John Benjamin was the coach in that, I think?
Yeah, he was like the little blue guy with the like red spiky hair. The animation in that was so bad it was hard to watch sometimes, I thought. Like there's a few shows on Adult Swim where the writing is great, and obviously it's about the writing. Like stuff like Tom Goes to the Mayor too is just like, this is like a fucking PowerPoint presentation. Like when you watch that show, it's like I could make this show in PowerPoint. And as somebody who is also watching this stuff for the animation side and value of that, it definitely like stuff like home videos and a lot of the Adult Swim stuff I just couldn't get into because of how poorly it was like animated. And I get that that's like part of the appeal to some people, but it loses me.
I guess less the appeal and more the production value of Adult Swim.
Yeah, it feels like it's more about the production value, and it has to do with like, a big part of what happens because the production value is so shit is that the writing is much better, because like those shows would die immediately if they had bad writing. So it's like, it's really, a lot of those shows are really funny, but it is hard to like look past the like absolute shit like drawing animation style for me.
I don't mind if the dialogue's good. Like Life and Times of Tim, I don't think anybody's watching that for the animation.
That's true. Yeah,
really
that's
clever
true.
dialogue. Like it's all that matters. Same with like, there's that one where like there's like a therapist, Dr. Katz, I think it was called. That was on Adult Swim. That show is basically like a podcast. It was like a semi-animated podcast, but like, I don't know, if your dialogue's good enough, it's fine.
I don't think I've ever seen Learning with Pidley on Adult Swim. Are you familiar with that? Long-haired Askin? He says it's maybe like a sketch, not a show.
No.
I don't remember that. I do. You know what? I actually saw there's a sketch that got really big from Adult Swim called Too Many Cooks. I saw that like as it aired live on TV. Like it was just like I was watching Adult Swim and it was like it played that, and it's just like, what is this? And like immediately afterwards went on like the internet, and like it was already blowing up. Like literally like the moment it aired. That was such a fucking ridiculous one. Yeah, Too Many Cooks. That one was funny. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Dr.
Still
Katz.
learning what Pibby is. Did I watch? I thought Dr. Katz might have been Adult Swim, but maybe it is. Dr. Katz was Comedy Central. You're right.
Oh. There you go.
Oh, and it also had John Benjamin in it.
Damn.
Yeah,
he's,
this show like
does a lot of voice acting.
this is like real deep fucking. But this is like I was talking about. Where the animation is just dog shit, but it's all about like the voices and stuff.
Yeah, this is like made by one person.
Read? Is there anything from that I could
Here,
read?
take this.
Oh, thanks. This is a patient's file.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
I don't know if I should be.
That's okay. I do it all the time.
Oh,
Yeah. I still like Dr. Katz.
There you go.
Stuff like that. It's like the acting's good and stuff. I don't really care. But I also,
Yeah.
I don't know. I listen to podcasts all fucking day. I listen to stuff where it's like, you can watch it if you want, but it's like more about the words.
Yeah, I definitely I would be able to watch that if I wasn't looking at the TV. Like if I was just listening to it, I'm into it. But like it really throws me out of it when it's like terribly animated.
Just play Overwatch on your Switch.
That's I could watch it like that, and that's how I watched Tom Goes to the Mirror. Like I had that on my cell phone and listened to it while I was working on like some like.
Learning with Bibby, learning is so fun. We like to spell and we love to hug. Learning with What is that? It's coming! Bibby, I'm scared. Don't worry, Bun Bun. I'll always keep you safe.
What the fuck is going on with this show?
I discovered whole other worlds that are nothing like mine.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. Yabba-dabba-doo!
This is like really.
All
This is
under attack. What's that red water? I've never seen that before. Shh, quiet. There's no superheroes left. We're the only ones who can save the universe.
But I'm just a sidekick. And I'm a villain. Look, kid, do you really think we're going to save the universe with the power of love?
That's a great idea. We'll use the power of love. I know we're not heroes, but maybe we can learn.
Learning with Bibi. Learning is so fun. We like to spell and we like to hug. Learning is so fun.
Bun Bun? Won't you come learn with me?
The show looks pretty sick.
That was dope. That was great.
Remember
Good call.
Xavier Renegade Angel?
Oh my god, that was wild. That
It's probably
show. Yeah, I mean,
Probably the weirdest
It-
show I've ever fucking seen.
yeah, it's definitely insanely like. I actually kind of like this weird lo-fi CGI look. Like
There's a
in the way
movie?
that like.
You're gonna regret that. You've shattered my shakashuri.
I hope y'all can play it 3 feet up your ass.
Dunno, but I'd sure like to try. You must love the earth like you loved your mother.
His legs are always going backwards and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Harder. She wants it harder.
It hurts.
Just gonna go take a shower.
Look at the two of us. We could be like Beauty and the Beast. What do you
I feel like
say?
a hypocrite liking this shit, but I did like that show.
Maybe we should do some tech, and then we'll do another giveaway.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's dive into some crypto stuff first, guys. Let me share my screen here. And
Tech, 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 tech. I will be
me.
playing tech skateboards on my desk over here.
Nice.
You ever remember those those like they have those like tech arenas where it's like it's a
hell yeah.
moving course, so you just like ollie, but like the entire skate park's moving in a circle, so you don't have to move your hand.
Oh, what? No, that sounds nuts. I don't know about that. Let's start here, actually, guys. I'm gonna start by looking back at the Ethereum markets, which I've been using to kind of like Ethereum, Bitcoin markets. Been using those to extrapolate my biases for like the rest of the crypto markets, I would say. So let's see what happened this week. So we're on the daily chart for Ethereum. We're looking with our usual indicators. We have this like the Bollinger Bands. We have this is the stochastic RSI, the SRSI, and then this is the on balance volume. So we can see here on the daily this week we did kind of like hover. Let's like redraw this a little bit more. Let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish days. Yeah, this is about a week starting here. So we did kind of sell off. We had a nice big dump on this day, all the way down below 1200 for a minute before recovering a bit. So this week we saw in the macro economic picture, we saw the new CPI report was published, which CPI stands for Consumer Price Index, and it's a report that comes out, I think it feels like it comes out pretty often. I'm not 100% sure how often it comes out, but it's a report that basically tracks the cost of consumer goods to give a realistic view of what inflation is. So the Consumer Price Index report came out on this day here, where we had that big sell-off.
Big massive dumps.
Big massive dumps. And the report was negative, more negative than people expected, even as far as inflation rates had increased aggressively, which was immediately followed by the market reacting by pumping back up and doing a kind of what I would consider like a fake out retest. So we can see that actually a little bit more clearly on the SPY, on the SPY, which is the S&P 500 index. So this is like the stock market, and you can see here CPI report came out, big pump for some reason. Again, I'm not sure why the market's excited about these numbers. It shouldn't be, but I was convinced I am convinced it's a fake pump, because the rest of the metrics that we track aren't doing what the market is doing. You see how like we're moving down, all of our smart money, or all the money really in this market is leaving as the on balance volume is decreasing, and then we get a big jump, but pretty much a flat, like no new money is re-entering the market. It's just the prices are pumping, is kind of what that would indicate to me, by seeing prices coming back up to here, and here is where the last time we saw those prices. And then look at the on balance volume at those same intervals in time. Let me actually crunch this up a bit, where like here would be like the last time we saw the spot price around the same on the SPY, and you can see that the on balance volume at that same price is still higher. So it's still lower basically than it was there. Before that we were here, clearly lower still. Before that, maybe like the peak of this guy, much higher. So either way, every time we've seen the same price range in the past few weeks, the on balance volume has been much higher. And then if we go back to like several months ago here, where we also had the same price, clearly making lower lows versus flatlining on the on balance volume. what this indicates to me is that money is leaving this market. That's what basically the short explanation of the on balance volume metric is money flowing into or out of an asset class. So we can see a similar thing with our crypto markets here, where, you know, sure, we were flatlining for this entire time effectively when it comes to the spot price, but look at what's happening with our money in this market. The money never stopped leaving. The price has basically stayed the same. The money is still flowing out of the asset. All of those indicators together paint a picture for me that indicates we are still very clearly in this bear trend moving down. We can zoom out into the weekly chart to kind of get an even bigger kind of like sense of this. And you can see here on the weekly, we are actually still closing well below the middle Bollinger Band line. The middle Bollinger Band line on the weekly is like this. It's the smooth moving average is what this orange line is. And then the extremities of that are, I think, 1 or 2 standard deviations removed from the smooth moving average. So that's why you see, as you know, these candles get larger, the thickness of that blue area intensifies as the standard deviations increase during times of volatility. And then as we get flatter, this is also flattening out a bit, which I think is a lot more clear on the daily here, where you can see how flat this standard deviation range has become now, as the price volatility has like decreased. Either way, what we're expecting to see in a bear market, and we're back on the daily chart now, is retests and then rejections of the middle line for the Bollinger Bands. And we can see over the past few weeks, we've gotten a few retests of that middle line and are still, you know, not closing often above. And as often as we do close above, it does kind of reverse and jump down. What we really want to see to get like lots of confirmation and confidence in a flip of the trend is a close or several closes of the daily above the middle B band line, while we're still not oversold or overbought on the SRSI, and while we start making higher lows and higher highs on the on balance volume. So since we're seeing kind of all of the telltale signs that I track for confirming my bear sentiment, I'm going to continue to be bearish in the coming week. I think if Ethereum loses like 1200 like 90 something, let's see, it should be around this middle B band line. I'm going to redraw this again. If you zoom in on your chart and then like toggle between two, it'll redraw based on your current framing. So I'm looking for, it looks like, you see how all of these kind of like last few days hovering around here. I'm looking for a close below like 1295. Like if we get a close, and we're getting close, you know, like $10 more off this market. If we start closing there, I think it's going to continue to move down. And I think we're kind of done with this retest. And like I said, the CPI numbers are in. The market reacted with the opposite of what is reality, because the reality was published to say inflation is rising more aggressively than we expected. And the market reacted by pumping, but that pump was, in my opinion, fake to try to, it's, you know, fake out, meaning trying to get people to take long positions thinking that the markets are turning around. And then once we get like here, selling all that shit off again. And the reason we can kind of like see that is because the on balance volume is not coming back with the price action. So again, let's zoom out a bit here. So again, we can see these flatline areas with a downward trend in the on balance volume. That's for Ethereum. Let's check on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been flat for an even longer amount of time. It's still pretty clearly trending down. You can see here lower lows being made. So that little low here is lower than the last low. And again, price is about the same as it was here. So it's a little flatter on the Bitcoin chart here, but still definitely not making higher highs. And we need to see higher highs and higher lows before we can be confident in a reversal of the trend. Now, again, if we're looking at the SRSI, we're on the oversold side, but still in like, you know, the range here where we can we can definitely turn back around and flatline for a while. And you can see here, you know, it did just that, like right here, where we're even higher than that now and dumps back around. We'll have to see. Personally, I think we are still moving down. Look at all that, like very clear down action. And then let's compare that to the SPY, which is the SPY. This is the S&P 500 index, and you can see also very clearly on balance volume moving down along with price action moving down. And again, as long as these two are kind of in line, or even if this is flatlining while this is moving down, that still feels very bearish. So given these market conditions, I'm going to consider this market is still in a bear trend. Just for fun, let's look at WAX. But before we look at these same metrics on WAX, let me caveat this by saying WAX is not a big enough market to use these same metrics. Like, to be fair, WAX is kind of a small market cap. It's a very it's very easy to see this trend across assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the SPY, because those assets trade on like hundreds of exchanges, if not thousands of different exchanges across the world, and have a unified kind of price action. Whereas WAXP is such an immature market by comparison that you can exploit, you know, like I have personally, without a bot, exploited like 80+% arbitrage opportunities between exchanges. Like when it was first listed on Binance, for example, the price was on Binance like 80 cents a coin, while on Alcor it was like 45 cents a coin. So I was able to buy for 45 and simultaneously sell for 80. That kind of stuff will never happen for markets like the SPY index or for Ethereum or Bitcoin, unless there's some type of like black swan event. So with that caveat said, let's look at WAXP. And with WAXP, you can kind of see a different story unfolding on the on-balance volume here, where we did have the sell-off kind of during this first part of the as the bear market, you know, started here in at the top of here. We saw the on-balance volume, you know, had been growing and growing and growing as the markets were climbing. And then here, once we hit the top, we started making lower lows. See, here's last time we were like much lower lows, starting to sell off. Now we have lower highs on the way back. And then, we had a little bit of a pump here, which you can see it pumped the on-balance volume back up to the same heights that it was when the price was like $1, but the price only made it back up to here. So this indicates kind of like money entering the asset as the price is dumping. And then you can see, okay, the money, kind of like ditched out again. But once we kind of bottomed at 8 cents the first time here, the first time we dropped all the way to this red line, this was around the time when the Terra Luna collapse was happening. But since then, moving forward, let's like frame it like that. So since here, we dumped down to there. We did make another like spike to the same-ish, or like maybe a little lower here. But since then, we've been kind of like flatlining as far as price action and climbing in on-balance volume. Now, it's important to note that this activity is exclusively at KuCoin's order book. So we could check WAXP on a different exchange to see if we're seeing the same thing happening at Binance. So let's check Binance. And you see, and Binance is a similar story still. But here on Binance, we're not seeing the same, crazy on-balance volume action that we saw at KuCoin. At Binance, it looks like since the start of listing, they've been basically climbing. So money's been flowing into the WAXP market through the Binance exchange order book, despite the price action just declining. So to get a much better picture of WAX's health, you would have to basically aggregate this information from across all of these exchanges, see what the volume is. So let's take a look at, this is Bitrex now. And then Bitrex, oh yeah, look at that. Like Bitrex has been trading WAX for way longer than these other exchanges. Most of the other ones, they start around here. So you can see in Bitrex, not a lot of interest or money entering the market, even like right off the bat, basically, but then climbing. And then here we could see when this, re-pulled back down, the fact that our on-balance volume did not, this would have been a great indicator for us to start loading up on WAX. Because look at that, markets are pulling up, markets are pulling down. but oh man, the money's not leaving. It's just the spot price is changing. So then, markets kept climbing, and now again, pulling down aggressively, but what the fuck? Like, none of the money's leaving, at least not through Bitrex. So we need to, basically be able to aggregate all this information to get a more clear picture of what's happening with Wax. But just by my spot checking some of the big exchanges, KuCoin, Binance, Bitrex, OKX is another big one. A lot of them on the centralized side of this are showing me that money is entering the market. That is really fascinating to know, but then we also need to understand that WaxP trades on the decentralized market as well, and it's hard to pull up the decentralized volume here, so we would need to do that through something like a DEX screener. So let me pull that up. Let's look at so that we can get a sense of what the actual buying and selling of Wax through Uniswap is, because Uniswap has probably the most Wax activity. There's $8 million worth of liquidity there. So let's take a look at that. We want to look at Wax E, because that is the main pair for Wax on Uniswap. So here it is, Uniswap V2, Wax E, Ethereum. And then here we can see the chart for that. We're going to change this to the 1 day. There we go. And then so here we're getting the price action for Uniswap, basically since it started. And then here we can now add this FX is indicators, and we can do OBV on balance volume. And now we can see, on Uniswap as well, despite the fact that the price action is dumping, there is money flowing into these assets. So just spot checking the Wax markets, I'm seeing a lot of downward price action coupled with upward on balance volume action. This to me makes me feel like there's money entering these markets at these prices, is what that indicates to me. And again, when I'm now checking back on my own WaxP here, the red line, we drew this red line way before the price ever fell this far down. And I would say the red line is what we initially indicated as the bottom of our bear market. And right now we're able to buy Wax at about this price. I think it's a good buy. Personally, I'm not selling my Wax at these prices for sure. And I am interested in purchasing more Wax any price around 8 or lower. I do want, like you can see here, the standard deviation of the smooth moving average is making a newer low. So I do want to keep some capital to purchase at lower prices, but honestly, I don't think Wax is a terrible buy at this price, especially given the market metrics that I usually follow, indicating these kind of money entering the market. And even on this one where we did see a good amount of money leaving, so KuCoin was probably the most aggressive sell-off. So KuCoin feels like it was the biggest exit ramp, which again, as someone who participates in Wax, that tracks for me. Like most people I know who cash out of Wax into other assets do it through KuCoin. So that does, kind of make sense why this has such a different look than most of the other exchanges. But even this one, since this initial big dump in the price, even at KuCoin, we're getting now, higher highs, higher lows, as the price is just continuing to kind of slump and retest this 8-cent mark. There is a fair market value equation that you could do for what Wax should be worth based on what it costs to run the Wax blockchain. So there is a non-zero, cost to being a block producer, and then the Wax blockchain requires 21 active block producers to maintain their blockchain entirely. So whatever the cost of running one block producer times 21 is, that'll be the fair value of Wax. And the reports I've read, I haven't done the math personally, but the reports I've read from people doing that type of math suggest that price is around 4.5 to 5 cents. So right now the standard deviation is around 5 cents or something. So I might, keep an eye on this and be ready to purchase some more Wax as it gets around 4 or 5. If we start falling below 5 cents, I'm very interested, because at that point, block producers aren't basically in profit, and so you're buying wax effectively at a below cost rate. You know, like it should be worth more just because it actually physically costs more to maintain the network. Okay, all that said, we think that the next week we're gonna continue the downtrend in crypto, and you know what, wax is, like we said at the start of all this, a much less mature market, and therefore is much more inclined to follow the more mature market, and in this case that's going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. So my assumption here is that wax clearly has interest from money entering their markets now, but it will continue to follow Ethereum. I think if Ethereum and Bitcoin take a big dump in the next massive dump in the next week or two, I don't
massive
see...
dumps.
Thank you. I don't see wax like decoupling from that just yet. I think we're still kind of early in this bear market cycle. The market cycles in general, I would say, 2 years is a good time frame to kind of like anticipate this type of thing lasting. And I would say we started in about, what is it, January or something here? November. Yeah, I'd say November would be about the start of this bear cycle. So November, as an investor, I want to give this like 2 years, at least a year and a half of like room to be like, okay, let's see what's happening now. Let's it's very clearly in a downturn now. The bear market is confirmed. If anyone wasn't sure at this point, I mean, we've been calling bear market probably since around here, but I'm starting to see like Bloomberg's like market analysis publish stuff about like, the recession is like unavoidable and stuff like that, which is like, yeah, the recession's already happening. I mean, it's crazy that the publications have been like so far behind all this stuff, but either way, it's more and more like the numbers are in, and it's been kind of clear to us watching this for a while. So it's nice to get the confirmation now from the rest of like the world who's watching these markets. But let's also take a look at this really quick on balance volume. Look how low we are here already now. Last time we were this low, around here, the price of Ethereum was under $500. So still more than 50% below where we currently are. There's definitely room to go down. And I am still very interested in buying more Ethereum at these red lines. So my first one's around $900. Then I have another one around $600. And then, oh man, if we get real lucky, $400, $350 or something like that, I'm loading up on Ethereum at these prices.
Let's do a quick giveaway since we have a bunch of new viewers that don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's about the end of the market analysis too, so that's a good time to transition. And then we'll jump into our 100 wax investment after the giveaway. Because we are still able to turn wax into more wax despite the entire market taking a shit.
All right, what should we give away? Give away.
Ooh, what are the comics there? Those are ultra rare, right?
You got the gray.
I'm so ready for my deck spots. If anyone, I think they're doing like Twitter giveaways too. If you want your own
they're
deck
doing
spot.
Cosmos 11 thing. We got something for that. You can give away our Circuity Henry or Henri. I can't speak.
Circuity Henry.
This is a usable in the Cosmos 11 universe. It gives +2 to marking to each player in your starting 11. I believe it's only actually 10 because the goalie doesn't have marking, so everybody but the goalie gets +2 marking. We'll give that away.
I'm doing pretty well in my team is now. Let's see. Oh, I just crushed Baggy Hodler. What up? My last game, 3-0.
We got
my
Rito
team
in the
has
house.
575.18 points.
Rito is my fellow low brother in our planet. Rito and the Or they're the lead of
Oh yeah.
League of something gentlemen. They changed from leg to low, but my Southwest low boys
Nice.
killing the game. You're getting attacked this morning. I haven't even checked on my units still at your base, Rito. I think I sent some to Rito 2. I sent some defensive units.
I can't sign into my R planet right now. It says operation can't be.
Yeah, our plan is
performed.
down right now. I was trying to
Oh,
play it
okay,
while
good.
you were talking, and
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was
Also,
like, oh
like-
god, my base.
I ate some of this delicious
Vanilla yogurt.
Greek vanilla yogurt.
Mm.
I fucking love me some yogurt. I started eating it because it has like the cultures and shit that are supposed to be good for like stomach stuff. They have like probiotics in there, but it's something I'll probably keep eating after I get my stomach stuff resolved, just because like me some daily Greek yogurt.
Hey, thanks for the follow. BN123. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start. People had time.
Let's see.
I saw Burst. I don't know if you're listening, Burst, but I saw you playing. I saw you playing some Overwatch last night.
Oh shit, dude! You gotta join us.
Yeah, we're gonna play Overwatch on Thursday, Burst. If you wanna
Let the Kitsune guide you.
play some Overwatch 2 with us.
I love your deck spot too. That's like it's you, right? Like that. It's you. It's like you got your mustache. That's fucking great. He's also I like that Burst's deck box doesn't change. It doesn't go up or
Yes,
down. It
it's
just
the
goes
Wax
up.
Maximalist.
Yeah. He's a permeable. That's great. I'm so excited for those, man. I'm like, that's coming up this month. I think the 26th or 28th or something. I have to check again. It's this month is the minting. And they're also like, if you want to just mint one and you don't have like the free like minting pass from being like a 666 card holder or a Leatherface fam member, you can mint them for like what amounts to like $35 or something in ETH. It's pretty like
Not too
accessible.
bad. I might go for one. That's within my
I
price
really
range
like those.
for fun minting.
I really hope I get one that's like I want Ethereum and I want a Bitcoin one for sure. And like I just hope I don't get like a Solana one or something like that, because I don't know. There's a few blockchains that are like you can get your deck spot in that I'm like I would hopefully someone would trade me. But the thing is I want to trade for like the most popular shit, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Oh, there's 2,000 ETH ones. Okay, so hopefully I get my ETH one. The ETH one's definitely my most like sought after one.
I think the Bitcoin one's pretty sick too.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that I think Solana's going down the toilet. It's that I just don't like that blockchain. It's like extremely centralized, run by like venture capitalists, influences or interests rather. And the fact that it goes like it's so centralized that it like literally shuts down and you can't process transactions scares the living shit out of me. Like I wouldn't put real money into that network, you know. And I mean, I've learned that lesson the hard way a couple times now. I most of my real money is on Ethereum. Like I used to have a decent chunk of money in like Harmony. I don't fuck around with that either. Like, you know, like I think the most I've done now is I think crypto.com blockchain have like maybe $4,000 worth of assets on that now. But anything more than that really scares me these days with, you know, the fact that a lot of those assets aren't native. It's maintained by a bridge. The bridge itself is maintained by a centralized group of like venture capitalists who I don't know that they have my interests, you know. I think it works really well for a gaming and blockchain like NFT chain because centralization is not an issue when it comes to gaming and, you know, collectibles and stuff like that. Like I don't mind that. But when you then also have like a massive like multi-billion-dollar DeFi scene and it's still that centralized, that worries me. But you know, I'm not trying to like spook people who like Solana. I think Solana is going to do very well in the future. It has a ton of venture capitalist money behind it. That doesn't mean I'm going to participate.
Let's give away this last tangible NFT pack. Their drop is in 4 days. And this is like this is the ultra rare promo. Let's see if I can find the drop here. This website has never worked properly for me. Anyway, you can buy all these different packs. There's like ZOS, there's ultra rare, any observation, and there's like shoes for each pack. Let's see if I can find the shoes.
Oh yeah. That's the what's the name of that collection again?
Tangible NFTs.
Tangible NFT. Yes.
So yeah, you can get like a. Oh, here's the ultra rare ones. This is the pack we have. Basically, if you get 3 mythic threads, there's different rarity threads. You can blend up from common to mythic. If you get the 3 mythics, then you have a chance to get a redeemable from raffle.
Yeah.
But we have a 1-card promo pack here.
Mom NFTs. I don't know if I know this project, Jeff.
Million on Mars.
Oh, that's in a Solana. Okay, that's cool. Million on Mars. Okay, nice.
It's on Wax, but it's also on Solana.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not showing on screen. I'm an idiot. Whoopsies.
There it is.
Yeah, these are the shoes you could potentially get. It's the promo pack.
You gotta blend to them and be fucking like sweaty.
There's only 3 of these total, so like these are pretty fucking rare. And it's just a 1-card promo pack that comes with a thread. So you'd need to get more thread if you wanted to try to get these, but it should essentially be like the drop price is $20 for 10 threads, so like each thread should roughly be worth like $2. So that's what I would price this pack as far as if you're not trying to collect it and just trying to sell. They specify that it's only certain shoe sizes. That I actually do not know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I imagine you should be able to order it whatever size you need. I wonder, as like a
frequently asked questions.
I wonder, is there anyone who collects sneakers out there? Is there like a size that is worth more than other sizes? Like if you get a rare shoe, is like the size 10 worth more than the size 11? Or is that not a thing? I mean, I don't know enough about sneaker collection to
I don't know either. I think most people collect their size.
Hive is another one of those like centralized operations. I think it's great for what they're doing because they're doing gaming and NFT stuff. I wouldn't do DeFi shit on Hive, but they're not offering that. So I actually think Hive is making it better of taking a like more accessible approach for somebody like me. But again, I've over the years consolidated my DeFi activity to the Ethereum network. That's where DeFi lives. And you know, when I have US dollar coins or US dollar tether or like DAI tokens, they're the native tokens. It's not some bridged asset where like there's a middleman party between me or some contract that can fail.
So I don't know. If you really care about Valor and Vellum, you can hit up those dudes they're ambassadors. Like the people who made the project are Wax ambassadors. You can hit them up in the Wax ambassador chat. It's like Nichols and one other guy, but they're also blockchain producers on Wax. They're part of the Block Crafters, I think is the name of the blockchain producer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you can ask them.
My main use case for Solana personally is I noticed that Solana trades as like almost like a leveraged delta of Ethereum. So I usually use Solana to short sell when I think Ethereum's going down. Instead of shorting Ethereum directly, I'll short Solana because it produces bigger profits. And I have less faith in Solana being like a long-term like viable project compared to Ethereum. I'd rather owe Solana than owe ETH.
Thank you for the follow. Procure. Procure. I feel like that's got to be a French name, right? I feel like the EUR is just like that's French. I could be wrong though. I use Solana specifically for Sea Lions Club, but that's really just winning and betting against time trials. I think we've seen that game. I think that's the game that like NFT Andy promoted at one point.
Yeah. There's a lot of like interesting things on Solana, but the reality of it is any cool DeFi projects that exist on literally any chain exist on Ethereum in their native form, and it's a copy paste on the other chain. Like cool betting platforms and stuff, like all that stuff exists on ETH. And then the stuff that runs on ETH that you can do like without paying Ethereum fees, I would rather do that stuff on Matic or the Polygon network, because at least that's decentralized more than the Solana network.
He's talking about like a
And-
video game though. He's talking about
okay,
C9
so
Club
that's
is like it's supposed to be like
okay.
Mario Kart.
Okay, that's again, like, I think the part where I find centralization tolerable is gaming and collecting. I think that's fine. I think it works it works better to have a centralized authority, like kind of like give access to those marketplaces and be able to like act as a middleman between potentially bad acting creators or gamers or players or exploiters. But
I don't know if you've tried it, Heretic, but Costume Clash on Wax is essentially like the same thing. It's like a Mario Kart clone, but on Wax.
oh yeah, Costume Clash is pretty fun too. Although I haven't played it recently. I gotta check it out again.
Polygon fees have been ridiculous the last 5 days since the Zen launch.
Yeah, but even when those get ridiculous, it's like 50 cents for a transaction. Like, it's still like fine, especially if you're doing. It depends on what you're doing. If you're playing a game, yeah, 50 cents gets pricey. But if you're making like a $20,000 short
Mr.
position, that's
X,
fine.
let's go. I don't recognize your name, Mr. X Guardian, so you would kindly fill out this form, please. We send the prizes after the stream at some point, so later today I'll send them, but it just asks for your Twitch name and your Wax wallet, so I know who to send the prize to after the stream. I will screenshot it now. Would you mind filling out the form, though, Mr. X Guardian? If I click on this, I can't copy and paste your name, it just highlights it, which is why we have this form. Thank you, we appreciate it. Mr.
Nice.
X Guardian.
Should we pull up our 100 Wax investment and see how we done?
Sure. I guess for the rated viewers, each Tuesday we do some market analysis, which we already did, but then we also have a 100 Wax investment where Max just does like DeFi stuff on Wax and tries to turn 100 Wax into more than 100 Wax. So that's what we're getting into right now.
Oh yeah, so I'm going to share this window now. This is on Realm still, but let's get into that. So we started with 100 Wax in a wallet, and we started initially by joining. Here, let's just log into DeFi Box. We joined the CMW pool on DeFi Box. I should have just clicked here, huh? Let's do the Wax one. There we go. I'm gonna select my wallet. It's an Anchor wallet. And we actually started this whole thing by creating a brand new wallet. We called it DeFi1.ftw. So we've created this wallet. We funded it with 100 Wax. And what? Oh, I can't talk and type this. Sorry. There we go. And then I put up, I think, like 20 more Wax than that from another account to remote stake to this wallet. So I guess we started with like 120 Wax, but that 20 Wax is still staked. So I'm just going to keep it to, we started with 100 Wax liquid in this wallet. Initially, we joined the CMW Wax pool here, which at the time was producing like 3,000% APR. And we basically every week, we claimed our mining rewards and sold them into Wax until we recovered our full 100 Wax principal. Hi, Penny. And then we took the principal, and in order to keep it safe, and because our market analysis suggested to us that the price of Wax would continue to move down in terms of dollars.
Thank you for subscription first.
Yeah, let me finish this. It gets a little like complicated to explain why we did this, but so because we were looking at the market and expecting the price of Wax to fall in terms of dollars. And because our goal with this investment is to increase the amount of Wax that we have, not the amount of value in dollars. but the amount of wax. We want more than 100 wax. So what we did after we pulled the CMW rewards and turned them into wax is we turned them into 50% USDT, which is a stable coin matched to the dollar, and 50% wax. And we added that into the liquidity pool. And we've been yield farming basically that pair. So basically what that means is we started with 100 here. I can actually show it here. So we started by first adding, should pop up here. Let's see, liquidity. And of course it's not going to show me my liquidity. I guess you can see all of the stuff. But here we added like, you know, a little bit each time we claimed. Every time we claimed our reward every week, we would add it back into this pool. And now we have, we started basically 50 wax with whatever US dollar counterpart that was. And today it looks like we're at, so 114. So that would be 50, what is that? 55, 56, 57 wax on the wax side, but therefore probably a little bit less on the dollar side. Exactly what we expected to happen as the price of wax fell in terms of dollars. We now have the ability to, you know, maintain our 100 wax principle. Anything that we had beyond that, we then took over to Taco Swap. Oh, whoops, it's Taco Crypto. Oh no, I'm spelling this all wrong. TacoCrypto.io. And then from here, you go play now, into the swap, log in. And then here we joined into the Taco, I think it was Taco and Brawl pool. So if I go to liquidity here, for some reason it's not going to show me. Why is it being obtuse with me? Let's see, account rewards. No, I gotta.
Because you're on first on
sign that.
FTW, not the investment.
Oh,
wallet.
that's exactly why. Okay, this wallet doesn't hold liquidity. I need to log into the DeFi wallet that we made. DeFi1.ftw. Also, if you like .ftw wallet names, hit me up. I can make you one. So, okay, now we go to liquidity. And again, this is also all of this that we have in here started as the 100 wax. So we have 114 wax over on DeFi Box still, which after our market analysis from this previous section here, we're still expecting the crypto markets to sink in the coming week. And because we're doing a week by week reassessment, I'm going to leave this pool alone. So again, if the price of wax continues to fall, we should see this value in wax increase. So that's exactly what we want. And then here what we have is, you know, 2, this is 4, so that's 8. And then what would this be? I guess I can do the math on how much this is worth after we finish doing our steps here. So these are the 2 pools that we're in. So I can come here now and go to my account settings. We haven't claimed these rewards yet, so here we go. We can claim, this is from I think 2 weeks now, because I don't think we claimed it last week. And then what I'm going to do is claim all this stuff, and then I still like the Brawl Taco pool. I think Taco is doing a good job of creating a DEX kind of environment that's very community forward, and yeah, something where it's a little bit more like I like that, you know, it's very accessible here, where like anybody can add their own incentivized liquidity pools and all that stuff. Of course, you know, you should be careful with this sort of thing. Don't just ape into the highest APR stuff because it has high APR. Also be aware of the exit liquidity for what you're looking at. For example, this one is producing 414 broke USDT. For example, I know that the USD pool isn't crazy deep because I own 90% of it. It's only like maybe like 10,000 wax bilateral or something. But let's see, broke tokens. can you exit your broke tokens, which is what you're earning if you join this pool? Can you exit them into wax, which is our goal? And if we look, the wax pool for this is only 2,100 or so wax deep. That's maybe deep enough for a small position if we wanted to jump in on this, broke USDT pair. But personally, I don't know the tokenomics behind broke, and I'm not interested in just like throwing my investments for this wallet at whatever is the highest yield this week, because that's just not a winning strategy in my experience. So what we did do is we participated in pools that that are assets that we know. And so those pools are Taco and Brawl, which Brawl is the Blockchain Brawlers token. I believe they will produce a game that I want to play and that people are interested in. I've played the beta and I like what they're building. I like the team behind it is very publicly like doxed, like Mike from the Tyranitar Studios now, I think it's called, or something Tyrannosaurus Studio. They changed Wax Studios name. And then Taco, like I said, Taco token. I'm a little weary on the Taco tokenomics because I don't understand. Here, I'll actually pull it up. You can take a look here if we go to
Heretics also asking, is the TMG/Taco pool gone? Might have just fallen down because the API is as high as the top.
Which pool are you looking for?
TMG. Looks like
Yeah,
it is
that's
gone.
gone.
It's weird.
TMG. Oh, that's the other. That actually brings up a really good point. You should always keep an eye on these days. So like here, 400% is great, but this ends in 10 days. So again, that's another part of what helped us make our decision on joining this pool, where not only is this pool tokens that we appreciate, but also it's paying in these tokens for the next 115 days, all 3 of them. So this is something that we can stomach the risk for. And now let me illustrate what that risk is, in my opinion. So the Brawl token was distributed through the mining phase of like Blockchain Brawlers gameplay, which has ended now. So there's not really a crazy inflation rate anymore for let's see, 351 FTW. There's not really a crazy inflation rate anymore for the Blockchain Brawlers Brawl token. So I'm going to check the tokens in my wallet here, and here we can see the Brawl token contract. I'm using EOS Authority because it has a little bit more success at actually displaying maximum supplies. But you can see here the circulating supply of Brawl is 1 billion tokens total, and they're all minted. So the maximum and circulating supply are the same. So all the tokens that can exist for Brawl do exist. And we can see that their distribution is largely held by the bridge.wax, which is the bridge between sending Brawl tokens to like Binance Smart Chain and potentially Wax when that becomes, or Ethereum when that becomes an option.
It's already on Ethereum.
Oh, it is great. So it's a
that's
so
how
Brawl
it's on,
is
like, when you go to KuCoin, like all the exchanges Brawl's listed on, it's the ERC20. It's not the
Wax
fuck
yeah. Yeah, so that's dope. So like almost half of all these tokens exist, more than half of them, 53%, exist as a cross-chain backup. So these bridges are, honeypot centralized kind of points of failures, honestly, which we've seen, a lot in the last few months, where bridges are exploited or hacked or drained. So basically what Brawl is as an ERC20 token is a representation of Brawl that it is actually a Wax coin, but exists in this wallet. So if you own Brawl tokens on your Ethereum wallet, what you own is a token that lets you redeem Brawl tokens from this wallet. Which also means that if this wallet becomes compromised and these tokens are removed, then your Ethereum version of the Brawl token no longer has a backing. And that is, always a risk with cross-chain assets that are done through bridge protocols. All of that said, though, these tokens all are existed. They're all are minted. There's a distribution that we can see, and I understand the use case for them within the game, and I'm interested in playing the game. Now, the other token we're using is Taco, and I was saying I'm a little bit more weary on Taco, despite having spoken with the team about like their intention to in the future or to not actually ever meet their total supply. If we look at the Taco contract, it allows for 100,000 million billion 10 trillion total supply tokens, and we have 100,000 million 1.3 billion in circulation. So this would be 0.013% of the total supply of Taco tokens is currently circulating. Not even close to 0.1%. Like not even halfway to 0.1% of the supply. I know, again, I've spoken with people who say that the intention is never to reach the supply. The fact that the supply is this high scares me. And it basically means that
our supply on Neon. I don't know if MV's still in the house, but I hit up MV because of this, because it's like, yeah, like this is gonna stop us from wanting to buy Taco. Like it's probably gonna stop people from wanting to buy Neon as well. So
yeah, that's why we reduced the Neon token max supply to 1 million.
Even
There's
though
no way we'll ever.
we never plan on hitting a
reach
million either, but it's like it was never gonna hit 70 trillion or whatever it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like 400 trillion. When we did that burn, or when he removed that supply, that would be, if we called that a burn, it would be effectively like a multi-billion-dollar burn. But obviously those tokens never existed, so that's just nonsense. Either way though,
we should have minted them just to burn them.
Well, what this means though is that like the people who own the access to minting these wallets, which would be the Taco dev team, who currently I trust that they don't have malicious intention, but that doesn't mean they're not able to issue, like right now there's 1.3 billion tokens. What would stop, someone other than, being a upright person trying to like not fuck over their
it's not even malicious intent either. It's like the Taco team gets their private keys hacked, and then that person decides to mint 2 trillion Taco.
Yeah, like mint a trillion of these and then use all those Taco tokens to clear out every single liquidity pool. So then you would come back, you mint like 1 trillion tokens into your own wallet, you jump over here, and then you could be like Taco, and then any of these pools, you'd be like, okay, I'll pull all of the broke tokens, all of the CMX tokens, all of the basically all, just dump into all of these pools, so that you pull out the counterpart, and then you take the counterpart and sell it all into Wax. So it's possible to do things like that, and it scares me to enter token economies that have relatively high valuations already, but then have like a maximum supply of this. What this metric will Penny, chill. Marcy, you don't need to start barking too. Penny, hey, my little lion. Shush.
Hey, peanut gallery.
Hold on one second. Let me chill my girl out here.
We're watching a dog right now. Oh, Penny girl.
Okay, I guess she's a little bit.
MV says the max supply doesn't actually mean anything though, unless the contract is locked completely. Like I guess you can unlock token contracts on Wax.
And that's actually another thing that I've been finding, that like token contracts on Wax don't have like a finality like they do where I'm used to it, which is like EVM style blockchains like Ethereum. If you see a max supply on Ethereum and then that gets minted or issued, you can't just increase it later.
Even if they can have finality, but it has to be locked completely. I guess just depends on the contract.
Basically, it scares me that this isn't like the fact that it's so high. It's just like why is it so high? And because like MV's saying, you can update these contracts, then why not nerf it down a little bit? Like just to
I agree.
Personally, it wigs me out a bit, and that's a big part of why I've been more hesitant entering into Taco. All that said, we are entered into this Taco pool, and we are both of these pools on this wallet we are participating in.
Matt had a question. I think it might be a little off topic.
Sure. Here, let me just finish adding these liquidity pools. So I took what we earned from this, and I'm gonna compound it into this pool by adding it like this, and then the remainder I'm gonna sell into Wax, and then just hold the Wax for now. Okay, what was the off-topic question?
First, let's say MV said there can be a finality. You basically can you can set effectively to null for the keys for Wax, so you completely trust
Yeah.
in the USO. So it's Wax contract. You need to A, verify that the token contract is a standard token contract, and B, verify the keys that have been nulled, cleared. So if you
Yeah.
clear out the keys entirely, then nobody can adjust it. So
Yeah, that's how I understand it too. Where you can create a contract, and as long as the private keys that are the control, like control of that contract are still linked to the contract, they can adjust basically anything about the contract. But you can basically sign a transaction to remove the owner keys, basically killing the contract or closing it,
I wonder
meaning
if we
that
could do
there
that
now
for
isn't a wallet.
Neon, or if Neon, because it's part of tokenized NFT. Would you have to do that for the tokenized NFT contract, or can you do that per token from the tokenized NFT contract? Curious about that.
Yeah,
But the question that is going to be off topic. We could
Yeah.
talk to MV about that offline. But yeah, Mark's here.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up,
I
Mark?
caught you on the tail end. It looks like we're going on 2 hours here.
Oh, yeah, we're
Kind
crazy.
of quiet on your mic, I think, or
I
that might just be me. There's just not
It is
enough.
kind of quiet. So
Yeah,
Morton,
there's just not enough value in any
I
of
call
this
him
for
Morton.
me
His
to-
name's Matt. Matt Morton. I think Matt works for Morton. We went over this a long ass time ago. Anyway, Matt says the EOS Yield Plus is set to begin. I wonder if that will help Wax. Do you know what EOS Yield Plus is? That was the thing I was gonna say. That's gonna be off
Yeah,
topic.
so what that is basically like a virtual version of running EVM on EOS blockchain infrastructure, is if I'm understanding the thing you're talking about correctly. So EOS blockchain has developed like a way to effectively run an instance of the virtual machine that is, the Ethereum network basically, or any of the blockchains that run the Ethereum infrastructure, which would make it possible to you know how I was saying a minute ago, like stuff that you find on Solana or other like layer 2 chains are copy pastes from Ethereum. You can't copy paste those things into the EOS IO blockchain infrastructure because of how fundamentally different the blockchain infrastructure is. Those fundamental differences are also what keep me from understanding how some of these token contracts work, because I'm approaching them from the Ethereum side of things.
I feel like the
but
easiest
with-
way to just explain it is it's an emulator for Ethereum.
yeah, like you can basically, with that, you would be able to copy, Uniswap's open source code and just deploy it on Wax or on EOS or on any of the EOS IO blockchains.
So you can run Game Boy Advance games on your computer.
Yeah, exactly, kind of like that. But I would consider it more like, it's like you could run computer games on your Game Boy Advance, because I would say the EVM stuff is the more advanced stuff, because that's where the money is to develop these kind of like protocols. But real quick, I want to do like some math to see how much we're worth now. So 835 is what we have on the Taco side of this pool. So do 8.35. So that's about 16 wax.
Oh, yeah, I
I'll
gotta check
pull
out
up
my
my
Nifty on Taco. I forgot
trusty
about that.
calculator
I
plus
think your mic's still weird, Mark.
16. So that's 2,
Either on the wrong input or your gain got fucked.
and then we got 4.1 on here, and we're gonna do that times 2 as well. So we'll do plus 8.2. So we have 40 wax worth of liquidity value on Taco Swap, as well as 114 wax. So let's say plus 114. So since we started this experiment with 100 wax, we've effectively made 54.2% profit in
Count
Ethereum. And the point of pride here, just kind of like for me personally, is the strategy that we used to do this was scalable. Like I did literally the exact same shit I was showing on this wallet with my own wallet with thousands of wax, like not hundreds. So a big part of some of these opportunities that we can find, like we looked earlier here, like for example, this new one that's like 400% right now, like this is $38, like this is what, like 500 wax worth of like depth. So like if I had 4,000 wax to try to do this, I couldn't actually get this APR. Like by the time I filled this pool with my value, this would be way lower. And so a big part of like the idea behind what strategies we like to pursue with this wallet to show off on stream is it should be something that you can follow along with, and you don't have to do moves on your positions outside of our Tuesday stream. So everything that
We'll do it live.
Exactly. We do it live. Everything that this wallet has done to make it from 100 to 154 wax over the course of, like, I think we're coming up on 4 months. So over the course of 4 months to do 54% return in wax, all of that stuff was done one Tuesday at a time, only live on air, and using strategies that were accessible to much more value than we're using. Not like these insanely small, like, because I could go into like Wax DAO, for example. Here, I'll show that off. I could go into Wax DAO and I could find myself, like a staking. Let's go staking tokens pool, because we're pretty much doing all fungible stuff. I could find a pool here that produces, hundreds of percents APR straight. But the reality is that, this amount of like token that's in here, like here's 20,000 QAX or something. I imagine that here, let's see. So you'd say total rewards, hourly rewards for the pool. The whole pool is making
penis.
This pool is making 11.3 per hour, and that's being split between 31,000 of this quacks. So if I, wanted to source some quacks, I think that's over here. So quacks, there's already not much liquidity there, so I'd have to check other markets. Maybe you can find Here's quacks. How's the liquidity looking on this one?
The fuck is quacks?
I think that's from Digital Ducks, possibly. I'm not sure though. But either way, like, the reason that I don't like to go into these
Your
types
mic's
of
still not
positions-
working.
I gotta figure it out later.
Let's see. The reason why I don't like to go into stuff like this though is that, like, it doesn't seem simple to source an amount of this that is like realistically replicatable by someone in the audience who's trying to do this. If I could do it with one wax, like if I come and swap, I'd get a pretty decent price for one wax. But if I did 100 wax, that's already like 50% of this pool. And I guess on DeFi Box that would be also, like this pool is 300 wax bilaterally deep. So you can see down here, actually there's only 130 wax on that side. So the other pool option would probably be Alcor. Alcor.exchange. We'll go to the wax one, we'll go to the wax swaps, and we'll take a look if we can find wax. Okay, wax.
When did this turn into beautiful world?
And then let's take a look at the liquidity on here. And even that one, so between three, this is the deepest pool, but this pool is also only 268 wax deep, meaning that if I wanted to buy from the deepest pool, even 10 wax worth, that would hit me with a 3.4% price impact. That's just not a viable thing to participate in, even though, hey, it's nice to make, the 300% APR that you're making here.
Well, that's not online
realistically, we can only make that on like 5 or less wax without the price impact of sourcing those tokens, like removing any type of upside potential from participating in a pool like this. Like CMX, you might have better luck because that has deeper liquidity, but even then, I'd like to keep it to tokens that are or token strategies that are scalable to like at least 1,000 wax. And I feel like we have done that over the last 4 months with this wallet. And a big part of the whole experiment here was to show that, yes, we expect the markets to go down, but yes, you can still make profitable token trades in a bear market. And I feel like we're doing a pretty good job, continuing to show that off. I think that puts us in a good spot for that wallet. I feel like.
Say we've been going for over an hour. My ADHD is kicking in, and I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
Mark, have you fixed your audio stuff?
How's that?
That sounds fine.
It's a little better, yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
my
that's
gain's
better.
up way fucking high. So there's something weird going on here. 'Cause, like my gain is like almost at max.
It's working.
Speak with your chest, boy. Chip nug.
Got him.
Yeah, but I gotta say, it is remarkable. I think, like as a side note here, that we were able to make 54% profit in 4 months. Just in terms of wax, of course, the price of wax has calmed down. But again, we stated at the very front of this, the goal is to grow the value of the wax position, not the value of the dollar position. So a big part of doing this kind of thing successfully is like basically like knowing what your goal is before you start anything. Like that's step one in like reaching a goal is setting a goal. So, you know, don't just go in and start like doing all this like high yield stuff and trying to like make
Max, my goal is always and will always be Lambo. Lambo or get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's easier
So
to stay true to a plan if you actually have a plan, and then you're less
Honestly,
susceptible to
I
the
think
emotional
Lambo is a-
roller coaster ride of a bear market, which is known for its volatility.
Yeah, I think Lambo is a great goal, honestly, but that goal needs to be broken into sub goals.
A Lambo paid for in wax.
Yeah, you can't go 100 wax to Lambo without a few steps.
Yeah.
So-
I go from 100 wax to Lambo engine to then chassis.
Yeah, we'll do one of those trade up things where it's like I'll trade 100 wax for this NFT and then the NFT for a pencil and the pencil for a like marker and the marker for, you know, a pair of sunglasses, and then eventually I'll end up trading it for a Lambo. That's a big thing. But yeah, I mean, honestly though, if your goal is Lambo, rent it. It's not a good investment. It's not a good buy. You don't want to own a
Electric
super
cars are very expensive to maintain.
Yeah,
They're not
it's
worth
not a good
it.
buy. And you're not gonna like most of the time it sits in your garage. It's a liability when it's sitting in your garage and it's losing value unless, you know, you get like some custom color thing that's like a one of 10.
Loses value the minute you drive it off the lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you
the
guys
other
stop
thing is
shitting
like,
on my dream? I want my Lambo. It's the best investment.
rent it.
Yeah,
Rent it.
coming
You
from the
can
guy who's
go-
been driving the same car for 20 years straight.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a Lambo and then rent it to Max. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna make
There
all
it
the
is.
money.
Boom. Business, baby. Business. You just got Shark Tanked.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I owned a Lambo, I would rent it out every day because you know, I mean, I've rented a Lambo once when
Yeah,
I
you know what you should do is you should rent out a Lambo for crypto, and then you can choose which asset it's paid for, so you can basically create a buy pressure on the token that you want to accumulate, and all the crypto bros will then create buy pressure on the token and give you the current US dollar value of which is the price that you set, and then they can tell all their friends that they're super cool and bought a Lambo in crypto. And then you're a fucking genius.
It's foolproof.
Business, baby. I cooked that one up
Business.
at the business factory.
Yeah, baby. I mean, it is. Yeah, I don't know. Renting a Lambo. I mean, there is something to like if you pull up somewhere in a fucking like Lamborghini Hurricane or something. It does. You just feel like a badass. It's kind of like. It's like living in a penthouse. You know, you look out your window and like the only direction to look is down on everybody. It's hard to not feel better than people when you're like on top of the world. You know, your elevator opens directly into your private garage, and then you get into your Lamborghini Hurricane, and you drive up to like any establishment, and even if they don't have a valet, they let you park in front of it because they want that Lambo to be in front of their
This
business.
sounds like the premise to Bruce Wayne and Batman Begins.
I don't know.
Are you gonna take a supermodel and start swimming in a fountain?
But you can have all of that for, you know, the cost of renting a Lamborghini for the day, and then like, you know, not have to worry about maintaining.
That is
that
true.
shit
Like if you just
after.
want that feeling, but how often do
Yeah.
you really need that feeling? It's
Exactly,
probably
yeah.
once a month, once every 6 months, once a year. So I mean, it's like renting a yacht. Like owning a boat is very expensive to maintain. Owning a yacht is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Owning like those mega yachts where you have like a fucking full service crew, check that box, you know, once or twice over the summertime.
Yeah.
And then you skip all the bullshit in
Yeah.
between to pay
And
the
it's-
crew and maintain and clean it and all those sorts of things.
You know what's better than owning a boat? Chartering a boat.
Yeah, it's just like those people that rent out that like fake private airplane so they can show all their friends on Instagram. That's a very good point.
Yeah, and that's like, I do like that, honestly. Like, I like that gaudy, like flashy, like pull up in front of like get people to turn their heads and to see who's getting out of the car, and then like, who is that? Do I know that? Do I recognize that person? Because you should recognize someone getting out of a car like that. And it's just like, no, dude, I'm nobody. I just have a fucking Lambo. You know, like it's baller. But again, like, I don't need that more than like once every 5 years or something. And like when we did the renting the Lambo, it was $800 for 12 hours, which is like, that's what you should do if you buy a Lambo. Rent that shit. You know, you make $800 every 12 hours.
All right, real quick, we're giving this away. We cannot show it on stream because it's part of a not safe for work collection. It's not really that not safe for work. Like, there's no nudity in this piece. But we'll send one of these and one of the coins. This collection, Lewd Momoko. They have a profile picture collection coming out. You can get an avatar, 1 of 555. You need an uncommon or higher, and then it's a free mint in this collection. This is a common, but then the coin, I believe you can blend into an uncommon. So,
yeah. Mark? Are you interested in scooping a deck spot for the drop? I think they're like $30.
Oh, a what? A deck spot?
Deck spot, like the profile picture that changes based on the direction of the market.
Oh yeah, you did show me those. Those are pretty sweet.
I'm a big fan. Also, if you've seen Burst's like profile pic on.
I just don't. I don't use like. I only have one medium that I basically use my profile picture, which is in Discord, and so like, I guess I could swap it out, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a big social media guy, so like, if I were like big on Twitter and Instagram and all these things, you kind of play around with your different profile pictures, but I don't know. I'm pretty content with my chummy, to be honest.
Yeah, that checks. I like my chummy too.
Also, speaking of, I got my gold ambassador badge. Let's go.
Oh shit!
Welcome to the club.
Damn, dude, we got 3 gold ambassadors.
I'm a big deal.
Damn.
This is a side now.
Where's that soundbite, dude? You got a huge dick. or whatever it was.
Official. I think you joined our Discord, but you're like, you didn't react to the role. So if you want to see any of the channels and you can understand me, react to the role. Let's see if I can get a soundbite.
Yeah,
for that.
click on the egg in these trying times.
You also don't have to. I've just noticed the person's. Raid! Thank you for the raid, Token Gamer.
I never sucked any ding dongs.
Did you get any sound bites from that dude? The one with the dude talking about jerking off his dog? There was some good.
I have not, but I might. Just the cool dad.
Yeah, there is a. Oh no, Princess Phoenix isn't here. We gotta.
Also, I guess that's a strange way to introduce like people who just raided into us, but you know.
What a fucking piece of shit, dude.
We still need the have fun staying poor too. That's like
oh yeah, that's classic.
Token Gamer, if you're watching, you're invited to play Super Dope, I'm assuming. But I guess anybody at Token Gamer is invited. Super Dope especially is invited to play Overwatch with us this Thursday. We're going to play Overwatch 2 on stream.
Oh, that's right. It's free to play, right?
It is free to play.
Oh shit, yeah.
I have not checked yet. Sorry, MV. I'll refresh my wallet after this race. I'm driving the race and also yapping about random shit. I might smoke a little bit of Wizzy too. I'm back on the weed train.
Oh,
the bottom of the barrel.
Wow, that was a long time. You got off the sauce there.
I feel like I'll probably quit again, but as of now, I'm waiting until my stomach shit is better. Is it just like
if you want, you can.
I'm tired of feeling like shit all the time.
You can eat some of my edibles.
Yeah,
I made like a mason jar full of that oil. It fucking gets me real stoned.
I might take you up on that, but I feel like that might mess up my stomach too.
You need very, very little of it. Like I usually put it under my tongue.
Coin. Oh, Momo coins are for blends. Am I understanding that right?
That's right.
Yeah, I believe you can blend into something higher than common.
Oh, the coin has boobs on it. In loot we trust.
Nice, you click the egg. Now you can be annoyed by all of her fucking posts.
Yeah. You can be.
Yeah, the system we set up just so like when people come in, because you know how you can like join a server and then they just message everybody in the server some spam bullshit. People can't see you until they click that, so like I don't know. It stops for some spam from people like trying to scam members of our server. At least that's like the theory. I mean, so far we actually haven't-
I've tested it so they can't see the members list. So if you're like the kind of bulk spammers, you just basically join the Discord as simple as possible. So now you have a whole mailing list of people for your scammy DMs. So in that way, like it hides the member list because every channel is technically private, even though it's very simple to. It takes like 30 seconds of paying attention to unlock those in or be included in those private channels. But it, particularly in these like NFT discords, of which I'm sure many people are in a bunch, like it adds up pretty quick. And when you see
you
the
need to stop like
server,
bots and scripts. Anybody who's manually doing that shit can very easily just click that button. But anybody who's like sending a bot to just join and then spam because that's like a script you can make, like it would stop.
The egg
that,
is our
I believe.
first line of defense.
there's some consistent culprits though. When I get all the spam DMs, like it shows the shared servers and they're common denominators for sure.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't hear. Can you like focus on Valen and Velum's? What is it like? Hit number like numeric 5 or
What
something?
What are you asking right now?
I just liked seeing Priscilla's like border. She had like all these hearts and stuff around, and then she had like
It's not in the top
Mimian
10, so I
Sune.
don't think I can focus on it.
Oh, on her marble.
Yeah, on her marble border. That was the first time I saw that. Priscilla, you got to be like in the lead more often so I can see that again.
Do better, as BDAO would say.
I'm still that's funny that someone burned this gold ambassador.
Oh, it was Willowboard. Here, check Willowboard. There it is. Yeah, that was it. You're right. I saw it for a second again. Nice. That's dope for the ambassador. Did you pin it to your wallet?
No, I haven't logged into my wallet in at least like a week. So I've been kind of tied up with all this construction stuff, but taking a sledgehammer to a bunch of walls is pretty satisfying. It's great. It's my own. It's my own personal rage cage, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just smashed out like 5 different walls, smashed out some sheetrock, took all the studs down. So it was a lot of manual labor, but it's very satisfying to just either tear drywall right out or smash with a sledgehammer. It's I highly recommend.
Highly. All right. I'll have to try that. I don't know if I've.
Also, going to the dump is very satisfying too. There's just a big pit and you just throw shit in it.
Big massive dumps.
I used to like go to the dump with my dad, like when I was a kid. It's just like looking at other people's garbage.
Yeah, I have an old friend I used to live with, and we went to the dump to check out all our shit, and it was like different dumps are not all made equal, and so this one in Kenmore was like just a big hole in the ground with a trash compactor that would smash it, and he'd never been in the dump before. He's like, wait, so you just pull up your car, throw a full couch in a pit, and then you drive away and no one says anything. I'm like, yes, that's how the dump works. It just like was a total mind blow for him.
You're telling me. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Oh man, yes. So yeah, what were the other ones on that flavor poll here? Well,
I voted for black cherry.
Yeah, black cherry was my thought. I think everyone knows my feelings on pineapple. I'd say I'd go black cherry.
Wait, for
strawberry.
pineapple. Wait, whoa. I thought your thoughts on pineapple were not on pizza. I didn't know not in candy flavors.
I'm indifferent on candy flavors. It's all right.
Pineapple, I feel like would be a great like tropical fruits make good candies.
I guess that's true. All right, Max, you're probably some psycho who likes banana runs. Like, do you like banana
I like
flavor?
banana runs.
I'd buy like full packs bananas only, dude.
Psychotic. I don't understand. Like banana taffy. I don't know.
Thank you, Priscilla. See, I mean, I like it on pizza too, but she's making the point that like I thought your stance was not on
Banana
pizza.
Laffy Taffy is also like
Yeah,
I think
banana.
banana Laffy Taffy #1.
I just have bad
Yeah.
takes on food. Apparently, like all these food fights, I lose all the time. I just have bad takes on food for someone who's in the food.
I made my own banana flavored ice cream. It was great.
Oh man, but yeah, the bubblegum. How often besides like taffy is there really bubblegum flavored anything that's not just gum?
That's what I said. I was like, I feel weird swallowing something that has a bubblegum flavor.
I feel like that's like taffy is the only one I can think of, but I don't really know how often it's really in other candy flavors, right?
You know, it's like in the same realm that I would take 100% of the time over cotton candy. I feel like cotton candy flavor similar to bubblegum, but just
Candy
better.
over bubblegum. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, see, this is my take is like I don't like ham and pineapple. Pineapple and pepperoni is great because you have the spicy sweet dynamic.
I like
Have you
pineapple
also
and
heard of it
bacon,
referred
not
to as the
Canadian
dirty
bacon.
surfer?
I also
Regular
like
bacon.
spam and pineapple. I'm trying to make it a thing, but
So you just don't like ham.
It really comes back to just ham sucks. Ham sucks.
I mean, it's
more
better
I
than
think
turkey.
Pineapple sucks.
It's better than turkey, that's for sure.
I would never put turkey on a pizza is weird, but
Yeah,
I just think ham.
I've never seen
overall
turkey on a
sucks.
pizza.
But I've already taken my lumps on my takes on ham, so I will. I've lost that battle. I will take that, but I don't know. It's just a lame pizza topping, and you're calling it Canadian bacon to trick people. It's misleading. That's fraud. I would call that fraud.
Oh, I
I
have
call
that
that
soundbite.
false advertising.
Oh, I'm so close to finding it. There's too many fucking sound bites on this thing.
Semen is another kind of milk.
Damn it, that didn't buy me enough time. I thought it would. Where the fuck is Ja
AMC
Rule?
doing another thing? Another redeem your exclusive NFT. Oh no,
Let's
this
see.
is just
So what were the results? So strawberry won.
I
Didn't
would
it?
call that false advertising. I would call that fraud.
There we go. Took me way
strawberry's
too
good.
long time.
Okay, yeah, strawberry.
Whoa, pineapple came back strong.
I honestly thought black cherry would get a lot more love. To be
That's what I
honest,
voted for.
I
31%.
think black
pretty
cherry
good,
is
though.
associated with medicine flavor for a lot of people. Like a generation of people doesn't like black cherry because it's a medicine.
I guess I could see that. Yeah,
The new generation, it's orange flavor. Like younger
yeah, 'cause,
kids
like
don't like
Dayquil's
orange.
like an orange flavor, kind of, right?
Yeah, yeah. But like black cherry was the previous generation.
Or like
Like-
grape. I remember like grape being like.
I like
Bro, I love
it covers
even grape
everything.
medicine. I like grape
Yeah,
I
medicine.
feel like
work.
pop
Drink grape
medicine
juice
was
for
always
me.
like grape flavored.
Grape juice is dangerous when you mix it with alcohol because like you could like go 50-50 like alcohol grape juice.
That's what
and
they did
still
with the
not taste
Four
it.
Locos, and then they banned
Yeah,
those.
It's dangerous.
That's what they did with wine, I thought. That was a bad joke.
Yeah, I'm okay. I like strawberry too. I feel like right. I think
I had this grape
I
juice
like
and I
black
forgot
cherry, but I
about
feel
it.
like
And then it got me
gets the
hammered.
medicine rep. Yeah, but a lot
What
of
was
people
that?
don't.
What flavor was that pink medicine? You mean Pepto Bismol? Pepto Bismol's like
I don't think
That's
it's
like
a
bubble gum
flavor
or
in and
some
of
shit.
itself.
I think it's like peppermint though. It's got a weird.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Got some
Oh
menthol
man,
to
I haven't
it?
had
Huh.
that shit in so long.
Let's search it. What?
Yeah, look it up.
I like how they tried to make their own dance. They have like a whole like Macarena style like dance, like
Upset Tums.
stomach,
Diarrhea.
diarrhea. You could grab your butt.
This shit is
What-
not cherry.
Like there's it's like the weird
Wait,
like
Cherry. Ew.
health industry play on the Macarena, in my opinion.
What does Pepto Bismol taste like? Let's see.
I guess cherry is what they're trying to taste like, but I don't remember it tasting like
I
cherry.
think even referencing the Macarena immediately makes me feel old too.
Yeah. I don't remember it being cherry. Maybe it's just
There
a
is a-
failed attempt at cherry flavored.
Somebody needs a fucking better article.
It's it resembles, but
What
it's legally
flavors-
distinct from
What
cherry.
flavor is Pepto Bismol trying to be? I like it. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
question they
key
asked.
word. Trying.
It's not wintergreen. It's not cherry, despite what others have said. If you actually take the challenge to try
There's a challenge?
Lifesavers Wintergreen, you'll see instantly the two do not taste anything alike. The flavor is tea berry, the
Huh.
berry of an eastern wintergreen, not its leaves. All right, there
I
we go.
can't.
Tea
I,
berry.
mean, I don't know. I don't know enough to call bullshit on that, but all right, I'll have to accept that at face value, basically. Tea
That
berries.
person seemed very confident with that answer.
Yeah,
Just some
okay.
random person on Kiora. Berry mint is what they call it.
Huh.
Okay.
I recall the mentholation kind of piece. I don't recall much of a berry flavor. I don't know.
Yeah. Although if it's some obscure berry that I've never tasted.
Wait, what the
maybe,
fuck is
that's
antibiotic amoxicillin?
Amoxicillin's like a version of an antibiotic. Like if
That's
you
what
have
Eric
like
is talking about too,
if you
not
have like
Pepto-Bismol.
strep throat or something, they'll give you like amoxicillin.
What does that taste like? Is it
I don't
pink?
think it tastes like anything. It's like a pill.
Okay, well that's our answer, Eric.
Wintergreen, I don't know. That just tastes like fucking toothpaste to me too. So I don't know. That's weird. I've heard of this. I've never seen the flash, but people swear that like if you crush a lifesavers between your teeth, it like flashes. I guess I could probably look up a video or something. I'm sure somebody recorded it in slow-mo or some shit.
I ate one of those taffies. I think those are probably the ones Priscilla sent, right? That taffy bowl you have. And
Yeah. Those are the flavors I didn't really. The flavors.
God damn it! Like I ate one.
Peanut butter.
I was like, I didn't even know they made mint flavored taffy, but I was like,
Yeah, I was like, eh.
I've scooped two of them, and so far both of them have been like, I feel like this is like the Harry Potter jelly beans of what's left that bowl. I never get Brabbles. I'm just like, it's not what I thought it was.
The really good ones were gone on like day 1, too, and then like it's.
I think we know how Mac feels about
They have
candy.
too many flavors. Like they can't all be good. Can't all be bangers.
People who are allergic to penicillin usually get amoxicillin. Okay, I'm allergic to penicillin, so I feel like I should know. But I also don't think I've ever needed penicillin for anything. The taffy treated my stomach
Really?
okay. It was, I don't know. I've kind of just like, at this point I'm sort of just powering through. I don't think it's like, what's going on in my stomach isn't as related as to what I'm eating as it is something else. Maybe I don't fucking know. But
Yeah, because you've had a very restrictive diet for a long time and it didn't get any better. So clearly, there's like a common denominator here. I mean, it's months
I'm kind of like
the diet.
I'm still eating like mostly the same diet. Like I'm eating primarily vegetables for dinner every night. I eat oatmeal and I eat what's the fucking yogurt. I eat that every day. So I eat like oatmeal, yogurt, and a shit ton of veggies. But besides that, I've been throwing in other random shit. Like it doesn't really seem to get worse or better. It's just kind of the same. So I'm a little bit more lenient on my diet these days. Also, I've been smoking weed, so I get stoned as fuck at night, and then whatever's lying around, I just eat it. So
Nice. There is still the peanut butter taffy one too. I didn't like the peanut butter.
ooh, that one I actually
It's a
do
good
want.
taffy flavor.
That
There
one
was
is like
a
white
peanut butter
with, like,
and
a
there was a
dollop of
peanut butter
peanut butter
chocolate, I believe. They were like two separate ones.
Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate also. It's like, why would you do that to chocolate? If you're gonna put nuts
not
in
like
chocolate,
Reese's
they
peanut
should
butter
be
cups?
hazelnuts.
Do you not like Reese's peanut butter cups,
I pinched
Max?
I pinched off a bite before. I didn't like bite each of them.
I'll food fight that if we're gonna do a food fight for candy. Max, do you not like Reese's peanut butter cups?
Nah, fuck nah.
Oh
Nah,
hell
those
yeah,
suck.
dude!
I
Are you
saw
a
fucking
serial killer? Like,
Good
what the
Mythical
fuck?
Morning. I hate that show. Whenever Good Mythical Morning does like candy things, it's like they both like peanut butter, and the shittiest peanut butter candy always wins.
You don't
I
like
think Reese's
chocolate
might be my
and
favorite
butter.
candy.
Chocolate and peanut butter is like peas and carrots. It's like Jenny and Forrest Gump. Like, what the fuck?
It's chocolate and hazelnuts.
What are you bringing against it though? Like, would you argue for
I guess-
Reese's, Mark?
I would argue for Reese's. I mean, I'm just more appalled that Max doesn't like it. I mean, if we go favorite candy
As
bar,
like a
that's
candy
good one.
bar,
I like that.
My favorite candy bar is Almond Joys.
What a deep cut, man! You have the weirdest taste in food, dude.
Dude, Almond Joy is
I would say
fuck, dude.
I would
Pasta,
say
egg.
Max is gonna get dunked on, but I feel like I'm always like Mark. Everything I like is just way the Rob like.
Oh, come on. You guys don't like Almond Joys in the chat? Priscilla's
is
like,
deep
ew.
You know what? From now on, we need to
go
we need to
past-
let Max argue his first decision when he was like butter noodles versus.
Yeah, I got backpedal here. Everybody's like,
Yeah,
hating on it.
we've been giving him like training wheels.
Almond Joys fucking rock. It's coconut and with milk chocolate and an almond. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Dude,
It's
there's
like a
like
luxurious
20 different
candy
candies I would get before I got an almond joy. There are so many other options that are far superior on the candy aisle.
I wonder. Paul would
Like
probably be.
fucking what? Reese's peanut butter cups? You
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
basic bitch, dude. That's
All
trash.
right, you guys, let's save it. Let's save it for Friday.
Oh,
Don't
man.
waste all your
I
good
got
ammo.
people one.
Hold
like,
on.
I could
Hold
jam
on.
like
Wait. Before I commit to this, does anybody like Almond Joys? Am I fucking?
You
like,
do,
in
that's
the
all that
dark
matters.
room?
This is the answer. Almond Joys are fine. Well, great. I use fine. You
Great.
use great.
No, they're
But
great.
a tier below Reese's. I feel like that is a second tier candy.
Come on, dude. Reese's.
Is
All right.
100% you put them in.
So let's
tiers.
not do it this Friday. Let's do it the Friday after, because the Friday after is the 28th, so that can be Halloween weekend. We can argue
Yeah, come in costume.
candy. I'm down. I don't know. I don't have a costume. I'll figure something out.
I have a costume.
I
I
have
got my
like
Link
some, I
costume
have
up
like a
in the
later
room.
hosen.
Are you trying to do a
you wanna see
costume
what my
food
parents
fight
just did?
next Friday?
Sure.
down.
fuck it, yeah.
Let's
Here,
try to
let me,
get Paul involved too. I'm sure Paul has like. Should we just do that favorite Halloween candy or like?
Okay, favorite Halloween candy's not bad, but how about then you can review, because it might not be Almond Joy if we're just going all Halloween candy, because
I
like
think you have to do Almond Joy just because that's such a polarizing take.
if it's
and-
gonna be favorite Halloween candy for me, it would be like Fun Dip or some exotic like cool shit that like you get excited for when you pull it out. of your
How often do
Halloween
you
We're
get
going
Fun Dip
all
and
candies.
Like, yeah, maybe once a night on a Halloween you get a Fun Dip. You got like a million fucking Reese's Pieces in your
Dude,
basket.
You know what? You guys can choose whatever the fuck you want. I'm still choosing Reese's.
Fun Dip being exotic. Priscilla, you don't like? You know what?
I mean,
Whatever.
see, like I
You
can
don't
go,
like
I can
almond
go-
joy.
Am I
Joy
going
is
all
part of the
candy?
name,
'Cause I
Priscilla.
feel
You
like
need more joy in your life.
personally, I might go a Starburst route. Honestly,
don't
we're
think-
going away from the chocolate. I'll go Starburst.
I don't think you liking it was the weird thing. You calling it exotic was what you're saying.
I mean,
You're
like exotic in the
I'm a
sense
man
of
of
like how
high
many
culture. I've tried many
Oh my
exotic things.
God.
Fun
I
Dip
wanna
being one.
go-
exotic for candy that you're pulling out of your Halloween basket, not like exotic. God, come on here. Oh, check this out. My parents went to an Oktoberfest thing.
Wait, let me maximize your screen.
Was this in Issaquah? Or was this in Germany?
It's the Funkas. I can't tell if
That
that's
was
Germany
in
or-
Paulsboro, I think, in Washington.
Oh wow, Polsboro's like my neck of the woods. Woof.
Yeah, that's where they have a boat in the harbor there in the marina at the
Oh
Paulsboro
shit.
Yacht
Okay,
Club.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they
I went to the Oktoberfest here and it sucked. I should have gone to Leavenworth. Although I
Oh,
ended up
yeah?
watching the Mariner game instead, and then the Mariner game went like 6 hours. So
Have you met
Oh,
any
yeah.
people that are like close to your age, or is everybody just fucking ancient?
there was a lot more young people. As I've lived here longer, there's a lot more young people. It's just there's more. You have to find the right places to go. So like the Oktoberfest did have more people my age, and there's certain like restaurants and places to like drink and hang out on the weekend that have more young people. So I'm starting to figure out where the people my age hang out.
I feel like
But yeah, so are we
Favorite-
going candy bar or are we just going candy?
favorite candy, like what's the best? Like, you know what? Paul would probably choose like fucking lemon heads or some shit. Like he loves that.
Like if we're talking candy, I'd go Starburst. If we're talking like candy bar, I might go. Honestly, I love Reese's. I would probably take that too. But I could argue like a Kit Kat, perhaps.
I feel like Reese's isn't even a candy bar
Where's the
either.
credit?
It's like peanut butter cups. But I say we just say Halloween candy because it's going to be Halloween weekends.
Okay,
It's like
okay,
we
okay,
can,
yeah.
We
yeah.
dress up as Halloween, and I honestly was always digging for Reese's. I also really like Butterfinger. That was like the other one. I like me some peanut butter crunch.
Yeah, well, and then you always like there's like the word of mouth of where the king size candy was getting put out. You know, it's like
Yeah.
there's always like
Or
8-year-old
who's
gossip,
giving
like,
out
hey
Fun
man,
Dip?
I hear down the street this cul-de-sac this guy gives out king size.
Yeah,
And then-
the Fun Dip is on the list of that shit too. Just so you know, that's what
And
makes
then
it exotic.
my buddy was telling me like we were joking around about if you tape two king size together, like, you know, we're in our early 30s, so it's like, okay, when I'm in a place where I'm in a neighborhood with kids and stuff and there's trick-or-treaters coming through, I would tape two king sizes together and call it an emperor bar. And then I'd be the fucking king of the neighborhood. Be like, dude, this is the coolest
Oh,
house
yeah.
fucking ever.
Definitely, that's true. That would be a pretty baller move.
Do you ever come to my place
Well,
as
if I'm
kids,
just some
Mark?
single guy doing that, it's kind of creepy. You probably have to have a family hero.
I don't know. You could if you did it like in costume and did your play stuff, people would be like, "That guy likes Halloween." It's not
I guess
creepy.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
We used to friggin' scare kids at my place. I don't think you guys ever came though. I think it's more my age friends.
Wait,
but-
was there a vote? How did Almond Joy do? Almond Joy's fucking rock. I feel like, God, how do you? Come on.
Even if there's a vote, nothing today
Where was the
counts.
vote? What was the vote?
The vote only counts next Friday. Anything before then is complete.
What the fuck? Come on. 2 Almond Joys?
Dude, Sour Patch Kids. That's a good take. I like Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, you don't have to
Sour
stay in
Patch
the
Kids are pretty
chocolate
good.
realm. You can go into the sour sweet realm,
Into the gummy.
the sour
It's a whole
gummy
new
worms,
realm.
dude. Sour gummy worms, fucking phenomenal.
What about sour belts, dude? Sour belts? Fucking amazing. Or sour straws? Oof.
Yeah,
I don't consider that a Halloween candy though.
yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever gotten that. I've probably gotten Sour Patch Kids in like a Halloween thing, but the sour belt gummy worms.
Sour belts, you got to go to like a candy store to get
You know what I
that.
like, but kind of sucks, but it's a Halloween candy? It's like, I'll say a candy that I like, used to like on Halloween, but literally I've never bought like as an adult, is like Milk Duds. I used to like getting Milk Duds. They always get fucking stuck in your mouth and are kind of annoying, but I don't know. There's something about those things that
Ugh.
just,
You know what?
I don't like those.
Fucking underrated candy bar, 100 grand. 100 grand's good, dude.
what's in 100 grand?
It's like got chocolate. It's
like
got the crunchy
nuts,
bits,
right?
but it also has caramel
Like
in it.
peanuts.
So you kind of get a little bit of the best of all worlds.
That actually sounds
Oh no,
pretty
I'm
good.
thinking paydays.
So it's like
What's
a
that?
crunch bar, but with like caramel inside of it.
What about like Snickers versus Milky Way? Do you have a preference there?
Snickers versus
Snickers-
Milky Way.
Snickers.
I'm a
Oh.
Milky Way guy.
Me too.
I-
Milky Way.
I mean, Snickers is better. It's like a Milky Ways is like halfway to a
Like a
Snickers.
Three Musketeers is a lazy candy bar. Milky Way does a lot of heavy lifting. There's a lot going on there. There's just like a lot of flavors just flying around.
I was thinking about those, but I feel like you can't. Like I've been thinking about like pop.
Well, that's the move.
Potential-
Twix, I will argue. I'm a
I would
hard-
potential
go
lineup
Twix over
for-
Kit Kat. When you said you could argue Kit Kats, I was like, what? Over
Oh, I
Twix?
definitely go Twix. I totally forgot about Twix.
Yeah, Twix kicked the shit out of Kit Kats.
I've been trying to think of food fight things, and it's like there's some of them like that where it's like if they're too close. Like I feel like you can't argue for 30 minutes between a Milky Way and a Snickers. It's like there's like 2 ingredients different between them. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely better when things are like farther away. So it's like I don't know. You can
Yeah. Twix
like
are
every
high up the
argument for
list for
Snickers
me.
you can also make for Twix.
I would
Not
go
Twix
for
for
Twix.
Snickers for Milky
I could
Way.
argue Twix. What about this, Priscilla?
No,
Are you
you're
going
so
for
hard on
Twix
the
over
almond joy,
Reese's?
dude. You think almond joy is like the best things to slice bread.
I think
You're-
Mac should take
Almond Joys
Joy.
are good. They're great. And then if you get more sophisticated after you like grow up a little bit and you stop eating the Almond Joys as a kid, you can get level up to Mounds, which is like the dark chocolate.
Oh
Covered
my
with,
god. Max just comes home after a long day of work, crushes a soda shack and then a almond joy.
I mean, it's how I
We're
lost my
back.
foot to diabetes.
And then he licks his jawbreaker as he watches his shows.
Oh, I finished that Jawbreaker. That was a victory Jawbreaker. These hands are just like.
Yeah, and if he's
moving
feeling
around.
real squirrely, he busts out the fun dip. He's getting a little weird with it.
Fun Dip is just not something I have around. It's too exotic.
Fun dip
Like,
is
I
not
have
a
to-
food that
yeah.
adults should eat.
That's not something that's around. Like, I don't know where you get like Fun Dip. I feel like is something you got at like the snack bar at the like community pool when you were like.
They sold it at
No.
grocery stores, like where you buy
I don't know.
candy.
I mean, yeah.
I used to
yeah.
buy that when I was a kid. It's in the candy aisle.
Twix versus Kit Kat is who the fuck's gonna argue Kit Kat? I mean,
I mean, see, Kit Kat, Twix just sticks in its lane. Twix does not really do much outside of its lane, whereas like Kit Kat has a bunch of iterations, like the milk chocolate or the mint chocolate Kit Kat. Huge fan, love mint chocolate.
Yeah.
So
I just
they like and they do white chocolate ones, and they'll have like pretzel ones. So they kind of do a lot more off
Yeah.
the cuff kind of stuff. Whereas Twix just does their thing. That's it.
Twix. Yeah, I guess I've had like fucking green tea.
I could argue either
Kit Kat.
one confidently though.
No, I would say.
Although I'm
Twix.
confident every time, and I've lost all but one.
Which is
so
yeah.
remember
Let's just
that.
argue left Twix versus right Twix.
So that'll
but
be. We'll do that next. Not this Friday.
Crunch
but
Bar.
Okay,
Friday,
yeah, the Friday
Crunch Bar.
before Halloween. Okay.
the 28th.
Oh, you know what else everybody fucking likes that it just totally sucks and is overhyped? Fucking Rice Krispie treats. Like
I like Rice Krispie treats.
that suck. There's like if you eat that, eat something better. Like
Yeah, they're kind of
empty calories,
they're kind
trash
of-
food.
low effort. I mean, like homemade Rice Krispie treats. Like I could dig it, and there's some you can throw in some fun stuff in there.
Yeah,
But if I'm gonna
people
buy
like
it at
okay,
the store-
Priscilla's back on. Yeah, okay, we're back. Good. She's not on board with the
What about Rice Krispie
Spend money
treats?
at a store for a fucking Rice Krispie.
What about
treat.
Rice
That's
Krispie treats though, with the different, like the fruity pebble Rice Krispies or like the
Yeah, and they could be
Cocoa
like a
Krispies?
chocolate foundation.
Okay,
It'll be like
I'm back on board if you add like chocolate. If we're doing like Cocoa Pebbles Rice Krispie treats, I might be interested. But yeah, regular Rice Krispie treats is just.
The weed ones are usually pretty good when they do them with like the fruity.
That's
pebbles,
like the
Fruity
only
Pebble
time I've
Rice
ever
Krispie
eaten
treats.
one is because it was like some weed infused. Like somebody made weed brownies, but they were Rice Krispie treats. It's like, God, dude, why don't you just fucking make brownies?
Yeah, Max, for your oil, do you cook with it, or do you just like take a spoonful and just go straight?
Either way,
straight
it's activated oil, so you can eat it cold or you can cook with it, and it's like ready to go. Here, check these out. I made one that's like, I'll show you.
Are you around this Friday, Mark?
Maybe to be determined.
Trying to decide if we should try to do a food fight, and if so, what?
Yeah, it's a maybe. We'll talk offline on that one. I could probably carve out like at least an hour. If I come in from like 1 to 2 or something, and I can run in and do that. But I probably can do like a full 2-hour stream.
I still want to do the cookie versus cake versus.
Oh yeah, see, people are shitting on me for the cookie take. I think that's a strong position.
Check it out, yo. So I made this one like the usual way, right?
Oh my god, they shut off the water at my apartment, and I gotta pee so bad.
And then this one is like as much distillate as you can dissolve into the amount of oil that's in here. So what I did was I had took a jar of raw distillate that was full to about, and then added the coconut oil on top of that and just let it like absorb it until basically the distillate was absorbed until it was, and like no more of it would absorb into the oil, and then I like dumped off the oil into a second cup. And so this is like as potent as you physically can make coconut oil. And I took like a tiny amount of it a few days ago. Like I guess it was a kind of big amount like this.
So that's edible.
Yeah, you can just eat that. And then I was like stoned as fuck. Like I took that in the morning and I was stoned as fuck the next morning when I woke up still. I was like, damn, that's potent. Like, and I have a very high tolerance. So like this is as good as it literally can get. And it took probably like, and the raw distillate that I started with was 89% THC. So, oh, how much money? I spend $135 for an ounce of the raw distillate, and then I make like this full jar of like infused coconut oil would take a quarter of an ounce. So this is maybe like $45 worth of like pot material at like market price. But I also buy from like a wholesale lab, so you know it's not like you can go to the corner head shop and buy an ounce of distillate, you know, for $130 usually. But it's great, and you can.
And
like,
then they eat the poo-poo.
The other part about it is it's distillate, and distillate is like you've basically distilled out everything except for the THC, so it doesn't have that like weed smell or taste anymore. And when you cook with it, the resulting food products have the same taste that they would have if you cooked with coconut oil. So it has like a coconutty taste, but you don't detect the weed at all, which is great, but also like has gotten some people that were like just over and poking through my fridge. They ate like cookies and stuff I had in there, and didn't realize that they were, you know, weed cookies. Like a friend came out of the kitchen like with a cookie half eaten in his mouth. It's like, whoa, where'd you get that cookie, dude? Like, ask me.
Also, like, who just eats strangers' cookies without asking them? You're signing up.
I mean, it happened a couple times, but that's what you get when you just eat food lying around my fridge.
Real quick, I just hit OK, so you guys are gonna have to re-sign up. People hit play. We're gonna give away a Crittercraft pack collab with Crittercraft from Neon Space. This is a 1-card pack from our collection. Grubfish come out of there. But exclamation point play if you'd like to join the giveaway.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason Trep Nugs. That's the reason I make my own. Is because the stuff you buy is not. So I think this one is something like 1,100 milligrams per like ounce of oil or something like that. Like the big one, and then the little one I haven't measured, but it's way more potent than what you can buy at the head shop. Because the head shop will peak out at like 400 if you get like really potent oils. So this is like about 3 times more like concentrated. But also, if you buy it at a head shop like pre-made, it's way too expensive. Like they'll sell you like infused oils. Like that mason jar would cost you like $500.
Isn't chocolate really bad for dogs too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like dark chocolate
Alan
definitely.
Brown
Is.
said one time my dog accidentally gave the family dog some leftovers. Turned out it was my sister's weed brownie. I feel like you wouldn't want to feed a brownie to a dog either way, but
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's like much more dangerous with dark chocolate than it is like milk chocolate and other chocolates because most
Chris
chocolate.
Chubb
is
said
just
that's a
sugar.
myth. Okay, we got some
No.
MythBusters in the house.
Oh shit! It can be some dogs. Okay.
They kept a close eye on the dog. Grapes are also bad sometimes.
Yeah, grapes and raisins I hear are bad too. Like dogs don't like raisins.
Yeah, I want to hear Paul argue why raisins are bad.
I do too. Maybe we'll do that this week if you can't take it.
Just argue.
I don't
things
know.
you
He's
hate.
just gonna go to the. He's gonna go to his usual well of like it's for depressed people or like. You
Dude, the
know,
soup is for depressed people was a really funny take to me.
we'll
I want to
see.
hear what Paul's favorite candy is. So Paul doesn't really like candy.
No, Paul eats like spicy Mexican candies more than he eats like.
You guys got some weird ass candies in your fucking one of your snack
Yeah.
jars.
It's weird too, cause like I like most of them are mine, but then like some of the nasty ones are Paul's.
I've seen those
like-
weird like spicy Mexican candies.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Paul's a big fan of like. I'm watching these pink trails. Paul's a big fan of like, it's like you remember like baby bottle pops where you have like that little like, like
That's Paul's,
sucker.
that's
and
what
then
Paul's argue for.
yeah, like you put them in the like you shake it up and then like you lick the sugar off. It's like imagine that exact same candy, but instead of it being like a sugar, you dip it in like a chili powder.
Oh,
and, like,
Mama
and then you
Oh,
lick the chili
weird,
powder
yeah.
off of your.
Yeah, I
Off
feel
your
like a
lollipop.
lot of Mexican candy has that chili powder element to it. all the
Yeah.
time. Or like chili salt or things like that, or like lime salt.
Yeah.
It's a very salt. It's like a sweet and salty kind of thing.
Yeah, like the tahini kind of flavor. Right? It's it works well for me in like ice creams. Like if they do like I don't know, like some kind of like water-based ice cream that has that like spicy like I forget the name of it. It's something with an M. Like this sauce and then like the spicy powder that they put on it. Like it works for me with like ice creams, but not with like candies.
Yeah, Paul gets pretty heated in his food fights. He's only done it once or twice now, but man, he comes in hot. Like he comes in with a lot of energy. He's not
Is it not
arguing.
called-
He's not arguing the food. Like he's out to get you. Like he's going straight to the
Oh,
the
yeah.
source here.
Is it not called water ice like based ice cream if you make like a like let's say like a juice based ice cream or something like that?
Like a
Is it not ice
gelato?
cream anymore?
I don't
No,
know.
no, I guess maybe it's
Gelato-
maybe
gelato
ice
sauce milk
maybe
in it.
maybe you don't say cream anymore because there's no milk in it at all. Like a popsicle bar. Like if you get like a mango popsicle or something like that. That's not like a cream based. Is that not called ice cream anymore?
Gelato.
No,
I think
gelato
gelato's a
uses
creamy thing too.
cream.
In German, it's just
I love
Wasser
chili
ice, which is like water ice, which is why I said water-based water ice cream.
Eric Yo might vote for Paul if he likes the chili.
It's
candy.
like
gelato's
ice,
without
like
cream.
just like a snow cone or something.
It's not like shaved ice either. It'd be like
Oh,
here,
Mark,
I have some in my
we
freezer.
talked about
I'll
this
show
I think
you.
yesterday. What do you think is better between an icy and a slushy?
Is it just the consistency of the
Slushies are like slushies. I think are the ones that you get at 7-Eleven, and then like an icy is what you get at like a movie theater.
Oh, so it's the same shit, just a different place.
Well, it's a different consistency and a different.
Because I remember like the slushies are a little like creamier, like they're more whipped almost. And
I
then
thought ices were more whipped.
and ices
Yeah.
were like
Is
more
this-
crushed.
Is this ice cream?
One or the other. If there's no like dairy product in it, then I would see like to my
What is that?
understanding, ice cream has cream in it, and
It's
It's a
gelato has
popsicle, right?
milk.
Yeah, it's
And
like a
so
mango
They
popsicle.
both have dairy products, but one's cream and one's milk.
So
Oh,
does this
that's
count
been
though
Tech
as ice
Tuesday.
cream? Would you be like, this is ice cream? Like,
Technical on food now.
like if I put like spicy powder on this and ate this, I'd be like, yeah, this spicy powder works with ice cream, because I would call this ice cream. But is
I was
it?
gonna. I was gonna joke earlier when Max was talking about making his weed stuff. Like even when Max talks about weed, it's tech talk.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, I would say if there's no cream in it, it's like a popsicle. Ice cream has cream in the name. So it implies there's like some sort of milk product in it.
Paul likes Stockies. We had like a big ass box of. I don't know if they're all lime, but it's like lime, chili lime Takis.
Eric knew the paletas is what I always hear them called, but I think that's like a Spanish word.
Okay, it's
Polenta.
sorbet. Sorbet is like that realm of stuff that is like ice cream consistency, but doesn't specifically include like
Yeah.
milk products, and it has like fruit purees instead. So I think that's potentially the common denominator here.
Okay. Sorbet. Yeah. Okay. So, but would a sorbet be considered that like popsicle too if it's on a stick like that, or then it's like a
No,
popsicle again?
I would
sorbet-
call it like a popsicle, I guess.
Is sorbet the same thing that people call sherbet or whatever? Sherbet.
I don't know. Is sherbet and sorbet the same thing?
Isn't sherbet like a flavor?
I don't know.
I'm-
When you
now
said
I'm
sorbet, I'm
confused.
like, is that the same thing? Oh wait, here we go. It's only a few years ago when I found out it's spelled sherbet, even though I pronounce it sherbet. It's sherbet. Oh my god.
Okay, so
Let's do this.
sherbet or sherbet.
So sorbet is not a thing at all.
Sorbet
Sorbet.
is no milk. It's no dairy
Oh,
product.
okay.
Whereas
Okay.
sherbet has some milk in it, but still includes the fruit puree kind of element. It's sherbet. Is that how it's pronounced? Sherbet. I honestly always put in the second R.
The
I'm
main
like,
difference between sherbet and sorbet is the dairy. As we mentioned earlier, sherbet contains less dairy
Sherbet.
ice cream,
Weird.
but still has some. Sorbet does not contain any. I guess the difference. Learn something new every day.
Okay.
Wait, what the fuck? It's sherbet.
The Mandela effect. Yeah.
No fucking way. God damn it! It's like the Berenstain Bears all over. again.
Sorbet. Sorbet. Oh man. Now I feel like an idiot.
Sherbet.
It's the best kind of ice cream though. Ice cream.
I like
Sherbet.
gelato a lot.
Gelato is really
I like,
good. Yeah.
I
What's
think
that?
I think that's why gelato's
Yeah,
like
Talenti.
easier on lactose intolerant people is just because it's not as heavy. There's not heavy cream. It's milk, so there's like less total lactose, or there's less total dairy
Shit is
product
so good.
needed to get the consistency you need.
Yeah.
But
You ever fuck with Talenti?
I do, so I hope everybody else does too. So nobody ever called me on it, and I've definitely said that in like mixed company.
just don't say irregardless. If you say irregardless, I hate you.
Ooh, I get this brand of ice cream.
Or
This is
I could
bomb.
care less. I could care less is the bad one too.
It's got to be couldn't.
Yeah.
I think they have a flavor
This
for this
one?
that's like honey and
Pacific
honey and
Coast pistachio.
Yeah.
I fuck with pistachio. Yeah.
There's a different
Pistachio
pistachio
is
flavor
wild.
that they make that's like a honey with pistachios, and there's like whole chunks of pistachios with like veins of honey going through it. It's
Honey
so
graham
fucking good.
gelato. Caramel gingerbread. Oh god. Now I'm just fucking wanting some.
Nah,
ice
this
cream.
fucking brand fucks, dude. Yeah.
Talenti's so good. It's so good.
Dude, you know what's the bomb in like the dessert world is mochi. Like mochi ice cream, fucking
Mochi?
phenomenal.
Are those like
I
the
don't
little
know.
balls that you can just like? They
Yeah,
have like a
and then
rice
they have
kind of
mochi
pudding around them
cake.
or
And
whatever.
mochi cake is like this very like dense. It's like a specific kind of flour.
Oh, what?
And it's fucking phenomenal.
Is it
And
also
so,
have
like,
ice cream
mochi
on the
cake
inside?
Is like kind of like a denser like Japanese style cake. Yeah.
Is
But
it
I
like
was
just
looking into it because like you can use mochi flour for gluten-free pizza
pizza
crust.
dough?
So kind of has like a different consistency.
You can make a
I think mochi's like potato based, but I'm not sure.
matcha mochi brownie. That sounds crazy. It's a fucking green
Ugh,
brownie.
and matcha anything. I'm out. I don't like matcha.
I like matcha.
Oh, love matcha.
Out. I'm out.
I like matcha in my tea. There used to be a matcha. I worked at Jamba Juice. We had to make a matcha
Oh, it's
milkshake. It was
rice,
pretty good.
rice flour. That's what it is.
What the fuck? Savory cheese mochi?
Dude,
Really?
yeah, it's fucking bomb.
But everything changed.
Mochi cake is dope. Like pineapple mochi cake, fucking phenomenal because it's like super dense and it's like you got this nice like kind of soaked sweetness. See, I don't hate pineapple in all iterations.
Okay,
Okay,
let's do
okay.
one more Grubfish giveaway for a Crittercraft pack.
Oh, cheese mochi.
Okay,
Man,
I have to.
Exclamation
I have never
point.
even seen the opportunity for
That's
that.
a mind blower. I've only seen mochi in like savory applications.
It's green tea is not necessarily savory, but it usually is as mochi. Like it's still very sweet.
But yeah, it's a texture thing. I think the key with mochi is just like it's this really fantastic texture.
Yeah, that'd make me
Savory
wanna-
cheese mochi.
Make a green tea, or drink my
I'm hungry.
sup. I'm probably
You
gonna do a
gotta,
tea. after
you gotta
this, though.
save that for fucking Thursday when you.
Yeah, I'll take that for Overwatch and see what happens. But then I'm out. I don't know. Watch me fucking end up like buying and getting addicted to this shit.
Yeah, how do you guys like Overwatch 2 so far?
I
It's
really
fun.
like it. Yeah.
Are the
It's-
characters? I mean, the characters are a lot more simplified, right? Wasn't that the big move?
Not really.
Yeah.
Or like the team comp was less.
The
emphasized.
team comps adjusted 5-on-5 instead of 6-on-6, so you have only one main tank or one tank, and 2 DPS, 2 healers. So the
Okay.
one tank thing makes it removes the whole like double shield strategy and like really makes the choke points a lot harder to hold. So the game gets a
Okay.
lot more brawly. It's a lot more like back and forth than it used to be. It's not like always getting stuck on the choke points on the map. And
And how many new characters are there?
3.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's all the same except for 3.
Yeah, one for each class. There's a new tank, a new damage, and a new healer.
Oh, I thought they were changing, like, deprecating a bunch of the old characters more than they actually were. Okay.
Well, they changed the way a bunch of them play, so it's definitely a difference in some characters. Like, what's the turret dude's name?
Torbjorn.
No, that guy that's actually he's like a walking turret.
Oh, Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion now no longer has like 2 modes where you can just be one or the other. It's a cooldown to turn into the turret. It's like a 30
Yeah,
second
and he
cooldown.
can't self heal. He can't self heal anymore. He can move while he's in turret form. Like, there's a lot of differences. Like his ult is completely different. I'm trying to think what other. He got a pretty big overhaul. A lot of characters didn't change that much, but I think the
Lucio's still
changes
pretty much the
work.
same. He's
Yeah.
who I taught you how to play Mark, so
Yeah, I liked, what was the other healing chick that does, like, with the wings and they kind of
Mercy?
fly?
Oh, she got way easier to play. I feel like because the way that you used to like do mobility stuff with her was like required you to understand
Who's
how to
Comic
do her
Standing?
like super jump feature, which
Mhm.
wasn't like a clear thing. But now, whenever you like, you know how she can like dash to another character.
Mhm.
So whenever you do the dash, you while you're dashing, a meter fills up, and then once that meter is however far it fills up, you can then hit jump and in any direction, and then you'll do a secondary like dash in that direction. So you have like way more mobility with her now.
Okay, yeah, I started on Lucio and then kind of worked my way up, and then yeah, I liked her character a lot as a support character. And then Torbjorn was pretty good with like the DPS. That was a pretty straightforward character.
he's still
for
the
me
same.
to kind of get. So yeah,
He's really good. And then like I still like, let's see, the new characters is like the Junker Queen is the new tank. I haven't really played her much, and then the new damage character is like similar to like just a regular first person shooter character, but every time you land a hit with the rapid fire gun that he has, it charges up his secondary fire, and if that's a full blast, it's like a single like railgun shot kind of thing that deals a ton of damage, or deals damage based on how charged it is. So it's like an interesting gameplay where you're like running around like blasting with like full auto, and then like once you get like the perfect lined up shot, you shoot the secondary fire to like deal like the burst damage. I don't know, he's really fun to play, and he moves around really quick.
Sweet. So are you doing that? So we're doing Overwatch on Thursdays and then Fall Guys on Saturdays?
Yeah.
Nice.
Last Saturday we played Jackbox instead of Fall Guys, so
Nice, yeah.
mixed up depending on the.
Sounds fun.
Maybe do
though.
Fall Guys every other Saturday, but
Is
do
it
some
easy
sort
to
of game on
matchmake with
Saturday.
people in the chat for Overwatch?
We just invite them to our group.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's legit.
There weren't a ton of
Yeah.
people, but there's enough.
And then I leveled up my. Tomorrow we're talking with Nova Pangea about the new updates to their game too. You can now level up your guys if you've noticed. I've been leveling up my guys.
I haven't looked that far into it, but I'm excited to check that out tomorrow.
Nice.
Friday we got Off the Rails and probably a food fight, but depending on our availabilities, let's see.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
should
I
have a
think-
better idea, hopefully. I'm waiting on this electrician, basically, is where I'm kind of stuck on.
Word. Well, I think we'll call it for today's stream. We've been going for 3 hours.
Yeah, sorry, I came in late. I'm still
No
hanging
worries.
strong in our planet, where the Neon Boys are still in it.
Yeah, we're still
I
in
was
it.
gonna say maybe on
Still sounds
Thursday
like
if you're there on Thursday, I want to do some Our Planet scheming with you.
I got attacked really early, and so it like really made me paranoid, and then no one's really touched me since, and so now I've actually been able to build up a lot more, because I was like sacrificing a lot of the upgrades because I was like constantly getting attacked early, and then now I don't know, they just forgot, and so I'm up into the like the later game stuff a lot more, so it's more fun to strategize now that I have some shit to work with.
For sure. Also, if you like, I don't know, if we're playing at the same time and you can start a new base and stuff, then I can send you a shit ton of minerals and
Yeah,
boost
yeah,
you.
I have a second base now.
You got to get a couple more.
I know you have
More.
like 4, dude. Yeah, you don't fuck
I
around.
have 6 now.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And I'm like not at the high end of our guild. Some people
It's
in our
a
guild
lot
have
of
like
juggling.
50.
Like it's a lot of micro. Like that's the part that always overwhelmed me in StarCraft. Is like I want to expand, but I get so overwhelmed by the micro. Like I mean, at least the cooldowns on some of these things are relatively long, so it's not too bad compared to a StarCraft. But almost like there's too many variables at play. I can't handle it all.
It's fun. It definitely becomes
Yeah.
more time consuming the more bases.
Lewis
you
makes
have,
a
but-
pretty good point about like people who spread out into lots of bases. Like it takes a long time to destroy a base, even if it is unguarded. So like it gives you a good amount. Like if you have like 10 bases, you can leave like 8 of them unguarded.
So because it gives you enough time to send
Yeah.
reinforcements in. I see.
Yeah, or just like gives you time to like beef up your defense on a different base and like let them destroy that base. Who cares? Like just rebuild it after.
Oh yeah.
Because it takes a long time to
Hard
destroy
thing you
a
got
base.
going sick. This is dope.
Oh yeah, this is basically getting up there. I got quite a few of my buildings to level 20 now too, and all of my robot units are level 22. Got level 20 siege bots, baby. Wait, no, that's not true. My siege bots are level 11. It just takes so fucking long to level
takes
up.
so
It's got
long to level up your artillery.
18 hours and 40 minutes left on this to get to level 12. Jesus. All my other units are level 20 though. I guess except for my Rebel Striker, because I don't really build those. It says they suck.
Team our units are maxed out here too. You got 2 bases with level 20 units.
Oh damn, dude. That's wild.
Now I need to figure out something else to spend my money on.
Damn, yeah.
Fortification
Yeah.
center.
Holy shit.
Let's see. I'm like leveling up my expansion hub so that I can build my 3rd base. But oof, it's gonna be a minute. Gonna be a minute. Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah. If you want to strategize and attack someone, Max just wants to fly under the radar as long as possible. But I kind of want to try out the.
I can help attack. I have so many robots now. I need to send some. I have like 1,000
same.
siege bots.
So
and-
maybe we can strategize on Thursday, and all three of us can attack somewhere.
Yeah, let's see how many bots.
Okay, I'll
I
start
have
building
here.
up my fucking arsenal. Give me a couple days.
Let's see. Okay, I have 220 siege bots, 2,000 like guardian robots.
Because it does
three-
seem like if you
2,000
have allies, you
blades.
can play around with the composition, since like the artillery and the high level units take a long time. So if all of us, if one person focuses on one thing and builds that, and then another does like drones, and the other one does like simple attacking robots, you can kind of put them all together.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep building siege bots. I don't know what level your guys' siege bots are, but I've been leveling mine up for a long time. And
You
took a
need the
long
siege
time
bots to
get level
destroy. The strategy is you send in an army and you kill everybody, and then after all of their guys are dead, your second or your third wave, then you send the siege bots to kill them, so they can't kill your siege
Gotcha.
bots.
Okay, so we should build like just the lower level like.
Oh, because the siege bots are
attacking
more
robots.
expensive and take longer.
Take way longer. Yeah.
Okay, I have 1,500 of those small attacking robots. That's a good amount to add. If we all combine forces, I'm sure we can do some serious damage.
Yeah, I've been massing the kind of like ground and air tracking units. So if you have the siege, that'll definitely like I can't wipe somebody out right now,
Okay.
but I can definitely do a lot of damage as far as like fucking up their base or
Yeah,
like
I have
the units at their base.
I don't know how many I need to destroy their base, but I have 250 level 11 siege bots, which is like they take a long
Yeah,
time to
that's
build.
good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's fucking wreck some people on Thursday.
Yeah, that'll do some serious damage.
I'll build a bunch of scouts too, because you want to be able to scout who you're attacking to make sure you're not attacking someone with like 4 million robots.
Dope. Yeah, and I also have like thousands of like the smaller level ones. I've been building those along the way too, so I can still send some of those too.
Hide
Yeah,
your
let's
kids, hide
strategize.
your
That's a
wife.
good idea.
Neon Space is coming.
Yeah. Let's do it. And then when things go south, we'll reach out to the guild. We'll be like, help!
Defend my honor.
We poked the bear. Yeah.
All right, fun stream, everybody. Though.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
We'll be
We're
on
doing
tomorrow. Nova
we're doing pretty
Pangea,
well.
12 p.m.
Doing-
Pacific time.
Yeah, Mark. I know you didn't catch the end of the investment from the 100 wax, but we're at 154.
It's pretty good, 54%.
All right, not bad at all.
Hit us
Feel
up in
about that.
Discord if you want to hang in between streams. And also, we post like you can react to it if in the stream schedule channel. If you react to a post with a marble, it'll open up a new channel where we do everyone tags. So if you want to know when we go live every day or 5 days a week, you can get tags. But if you do not, you don't have to, and then you won't get everyone tags daily in our Discord. But just FYI, if you're not always on Twitch, you don't want to miss a stream. Buying the fun dip. That's a good
Buying
one.
the fun dip.
All right,
I'm
we're gonna
sorry
play
you
Buying the
guys
Fun
hating
Dip.
on fun dip too. Like
I like fun dip. We're just hating on you calling it
it's-
exotic.
it's exotic in the terms that it's like you're not gonna get fun dip more than like once a night on a Halloween run. Like that's a pretty rare candy. It's exotic.
I feel like
What would you consider
we could keep
exotic?
going on this for another 30 minutes, but we're just gonna play buying the dip and raid into someone because
Sorry, you
you gotta
guys
save all this content.
gotta hate on fun dip.
Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you, with you. Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
First of all this whining by Wall Street is making me sick. 140% of GameStop was short. GameStop was short. You can't allow Wall Street to short 75% of its stock, crush these companies into the dirt, thousands of stocks into the dirt. Then when the individual makes money, everyone's entrepreneurs. I have a kid who bought a house, paid $50,000 and bought a house. After decades of the shorts, you have to accept the fact that individual investors are playing the same game that you're playing and now you're losing.
Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening? Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip.
2 million people can get together in a subreddit. I think it's really funny that the GameStop stock is going up and just affects the market in that way. There's 20,000 people live